I am here vibing with a man who has been flying Jamaica's musical flag on a global scale for almost 40 years. His parents named him Ricardo Sanchez, but we know him as
Super Twitch.
Brother,
Man, as I said,
welcome home, man.
Yes, sir. Give thanks. Give thanks.
Give
thanks.
Reach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
So all is well?
Yes, I give thanks, man.
And if I want something still, I work well.
Well, it's been years we've been saying for the song. There's a reason why, we just kind of do it because the people know some kind of a little bit older than that.
All right, Uncle, because we don't say that
yeah, so we just work with Uncle, because we don't deal with the father thing, because we have Father Power, we have Father Metro, we have Father Sky Juice.
Yeah, but as me I said, if I want something still, look good for them, man.
Yeah, well, it can work. It can be 49, you never know. Yeah.
Talk to us though, early life, place of birth.
A lot of people might not know I was born in Hartford, Connecticut. Grew up in Jamaica, though, but I was born in Hartford, Connecticut.
How young were you when you relocated to Jamaica?
I was 3 years old when my mom moved back to Jamaica.
Any particular reason has ever been shared with you as to why she moved back?
Well, before she traveled to the States, she had my sister. She and my dad had my sister, and my sister was here with my dad.
Okay.
And my dad was Jamaica's boxing coach for 28 years. So my father, which probably you didn't even know this, my father was actually the coach who coached Trevor Berbick, Mike McCallum, Richard Shrimpy Clark. Yes, indeed. And so back then he would go to a lot of Olympics. And my father's not from Jamaica, anyways. If you check my last name,
Sanchez.
Yeah, my father's from Belize. So he came here in the early 60s, and for boxing. And he meet my mom, and you don't know, she time star.
We do a thing.
Jamaica thing going. Mommy time with some food, and and I ended up getting married, and we had they had my sister, and then mommy kind of went on a trip, and you don't know it go already, right?
Man, that's on a pre-one.
See, so really and truly, Jamaica, for born, but your mommy you don't know.
That's Jah works.
You
made mention of a sister just now. That's the only sibling you have?
Well, I have two brothers, two older brothers. My dad had 2 kids before he moved to Jamaica. Right, so I have 2 older brothers.
And all your siblings are still alive?
Well, my oldest brother, he passed away. I have an ex-brother in Belize right now, and my sister is good. We in our, link all the time and everything good.
I'm sorry to hear about your brother that passed.
Yeah, man.
Mommy and daddy are still around?
Well, my dad passed away about 12 years ago. My mom is still here, with the fight, same way,
Sorry to hear about the passing of the old man.
Yeah, man.
The old lady doing well?
Yes, man, she's there,
We're glad to hear that. Man.
Yes, I.
So when Mom relocated whilst you were 3, where in Jamaica was the residence?
Eastern Kingston. East Kingston. Grew up at a place called Springfield Gardens, just on the outskirts of Rockfort.
Okay.
We know Road, Pembroke Road, right at Mountain View. I don't want to say bottom. Right at Mountain View and Winner Road intersection. There's Pembroke Road right there. So that's where I grew up. And I want to tell you, there's a place right there at that corner called my father's place, which, when we talk further, you'll hear more about that place because that's where I first played music. Yeah, man, my father's place, if you ask any one of the veterans that were interviewed about my father's place, they will tell about it. I mean, every sound system used to play there. So that started...
I guess we get back around to
that. Right.
Where you attended school, though?
So I went to St. Aloysius Primary, Duke Street, and then I went to St. George's College, the greatest... You can zoom in, St. George's College, SDGC. The greatest high school. Yeah.
How were things financially whilst you were growing up, though?
Boy, so growing up, I never really shot or nothing, and I'm not a fussy youth, and my family's not a fussy family either. So, my dad always traveled, as far as I can remember. Dad is always away on some boxing thing for Jamaica, and we were pretty good growing up. No complaints. You know what I mean? And even if it was a complaint, like growing up in Jamaica is the best thing. For me back then, you know what I mean? It was like, Yankee youth there, Jamaica. I wear socks, but now I walk barefoot, I wear socks and anything outside.
Things is nice, man.
Yeah, man, things is nice.
Unfortunately, in recent times, probably the last decade and a half, there have been a lot of stories coming out of East Kingston about violence and stuff. That's been a volatile. How was it whilst you were growing up? How were things there as related to that?
To be honest with you, like, as I said, where I live was really on the outskirts. So you hear about stuff, up in Warka Hill, and you hear stuff growing up, but it never really come across to we so much. As I said, we grew up in Jamaica, so you have good people, you have bad people, you know what I'm saying? So you go to school, you meet people who are on both sides of the fence. So, that's just Jamaica to me. It's a melting pot of everything.
Speaking about school though, the research would have revealed that you played some decent football, man.
Yeah, man, someone was a baller. Jaja, them days there.
Yeah.
I play Pepsi, I play Colts, but I migrated before. I went back to New York before I started to play Manning.
Manning Cup. Okay.
Yeah, but I played some decent ball.
I think you also played minor league.
I played for Santos. I played for Springfield Gardens, the same area we have a minor league team. We played for Harborview a couple of times. Yeah, we do it.
Skills and I like them then, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you more time,
Which position is the player?
Midfield, man, attacking midfield, man.
Cool, man. You still knock it?
No. Is it a 40 something? The 40 something I get to it right now. It's been a while. Man. It's been a while. I haven't played any letter since probably probably during the pandemic we played one time, and then after that it was just like we really couldn't find a park for playing with the Florida and stuff. And yeah, you know what I mean?
So the world know Supa Twitch as bad selector from them time till this time. And what I kind of get to understand, to a recording artist of sorts and a music producer of sorts. Yeah, but where along the line now did the musical vibrations start knock the heavens door? How you kind of get pulled into the music?
So I remember it was probably 1987, 86, 87, around them times. I had a brethren who introduced me to a cassette. I never forget. The first 2 cassettes they gave me. He gave me it was a stereo one. With Stitchy, and yes, Jonathan Wolfman and Lieutenant Stitchy. Get well soon, Stitchy. And I never forget, it was a clash with Stereo One and Redman, and it was to me.
Jamrock.
Well, we know that Redman eventually, became Jamrock sound, and that clash was like wow, like Stitchy was like off the chain, and that's where I started listening, to dancehall, and then as I said earlier, there was a dancehall. It was an event center called My Father's Place, where so basically My Father's Place would be literally around the corner from my house. So no matter which sound system, back then sound system a beat, when sound system, I hear it. So I would sneak out of my room just to go on the veranda to hear everything. So I would be like me in the dance. As a 10-year-old, as an 11-year-old, and from then the music just captivated me, and I said to myself, I wanted to play music, but it was never a thing where it was going to be a career.
Oh, okay.
You
made mention of 2 cassettes. The stereo one, what was the other one?
The other one was a Silverhawk. I remember getting a Silverhawk, Stone Love Classic and Inner City.
Oh.
It was a Silverhawk. I never forget that.
Dancer.
Wicked dance. Them time Steely I play some dub where, nobody else couldn't play. You know what I mean? And them things that kind of really, up to this day, I still remember how them man cut Dubplate even when I cut Dubplate today, because them man they set the foundation. Rest in peace, Steely.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So you were listening the cassettes to because of the DJ vibe or the selecting vibe? Which one was it at the time though?
More of a DJ vibe.
Or you wanted to be an artist?
I would know art. To this day, I know every song. That's a thing where I just know every word, every line, every song. So back then I would know all the lyrics them.
Okay.
So there I was talking to Stephen Marley, who's one of my best friends, one of my good friends, and he would make mention of me coming to school and like reciting the cassette them and DJing for everybody at school, pirate the people them lyrics.
Naturally,
from
right,
DJing, So that to me was back then the DJs was was the thing.
So being so close to the music, to My Father's Place, listening to cassettes, how now that kind of led you to going around the sound system to have a vibration?
So I start buy record. Like I would save my lunch money and start buy record. Every hot song, I would go to a place called Randy's down a town, right near Water Theatre there, so. And Techniques on the corner, and that's when I first meet Kurt Riley. Because Kurt Riley used to sell me records.
Kurt.
Father. Yes, them father was alive, so them time I actually meet Kurt Riley. I can't believe that people remember me, but I used to save lunch money just to buy records. So then, so just buying records and buying records, and my mother would have a changer where one of them old time changer the way me decide say I want to learn to scratch. So I cut a t-shirt and glue on for the woman thing,
Oh, okay.
So so the nigga could have race. So I start, I try a thing here and there. Yeah, so that's when it all started, and then, you know, as I tell you, it was never an intention to be a selector. It was, I just did love music. I was just, the music chose me, as Business Signal saying I'm song. Music chose me, and I started just, you know, collected the records. And then in 1988, an older brethren of mine, a brethren called Tenge, they used to have a sound in East Kingston called Stereoforce.
Stereoforce, okay.
So they had migrated, them set up the sound, and they had migrated probably about 4 or 5 years before. Tenge and another brethren named Richie Yap.
Oh, Yap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Zine. Different Yap. No, different Yap.
So the same Yap for Supersonic.
Yes, okay. So
right,
you know, okay, that means you know him. All right, so you know.
I've heard about him.
All right,
yeah,
so okay, so that same Yap. So when them forward 88 and them brought a sound system, and I never forget, he was on Pembroke Road where I grew up, and he was talking to a couple of my brethren, and he was like, yo, the sound forward and the sound there on a, you know, Doncaster, which is further out by Sheffield Road and Willard Road. Right. Okay. And he was like, the sound, you know, I come play some, come all the vibes, man, come hear the sound. And so I'm going there, so 10 years the first man start teach me how to mix.
How old were you at that time?
This about devour a lot of information. We tell it how old I was, because we tell it the year. It was 1988.
1988.
So I was between 14 and 16 years old. So I was still in high school, and Tenge was the first man who started. I never forget, started 12-inch records. He would teach me how to mix, how to transition, and that's how I learned how to mix. And from then on, they had a gig in my father's place. The return of Stereoforce, aka Supersonic, right? And they had a gig. It was a Thursday night or Friday night in my father's place, and I was just there, standing on crates, and I was mixing, and it was probably the worst night of my life.
Why?
Come never know me, though. And them literally left the sound with me, and I put tune together, and I mix. I didn't know how to take out the bass, so you hear the bass a hum. And Mr. O, which was Tenge's brother, so yo, take out the bass, man, start warm to you. I'm like, yo, which bass? What are you talking about? Like, seriously, like, I never even understand.
Until I cut bass.
Yes, you have to take, you understand? And so it was a traumatic experience. I said to myself, say, you know, something I do this. But the next day I get up.
Gone again.
Yo, they're on the sound again. Still, you know.
That's a music stable.
Yo, the care what happened, brother. Like, it was just music. It was just drawn, you know, I was drawn to it.
Yes.
And from then on, I was playing that song for probably a year.
Okay.
And then, sadly, the owner, the co-owner of the song, Richie Yap, he got killed in New York. And that caused a friction with the sound. And we just end up, you know, we kind of start drift up, because it was like, everybody was like, you know, it go when somebody die and everybody's like, who won this, who won that, and it became that, and I was like, I just wanted to play music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, it was just playing music, you know. And then one of my good friends, which I was a big fan of his growing up, Weber.
All right, at a Blackstone, when I reached this yet.
All right, cool.
Supersonic, you know.
Yeah.
Did you have any experience around Supersonic? Have any rubber dub DJs coming through, or singers, or it was just strictly a juggling sound?
So it was a juggling sound, but a lot of DJs would pass through, because the man they would know people, and I'll tell you, within that year, I played a whole heap of sessions in East Kingston.
Yeah, man, when you talk about them, I know you've gone too far.
Right. Yeah, we don't reach to say it, right?
Yeah, well.
You know, a whole session. I remember playing in a clash with a song called Playmate.
That is from Whitehall Avenue.
Yes. Supercat them. Right, full of Supercat dub and thing and ray.
That was your first clash?
I think so, you know, if I remember correctly.
And you were the one around there?
Yes, man, I'm kill them, man, we have some man.
So what were you doing, mixing?
Mixing, we play a tune.
No, what were you doing? Were you a
MC? Because you won't know, one of my greatest attributes, and I don't even like to talk about myself, but it's this part of what we're talking about, we have to just start. My voice. I had a strong voice on my youth.
Selector,
yes, I had that voice. Back then I tell people all the time, like the selectors that I hear now on talkophones and them screaming and talk, back then you couldn't have that voice. You'd have to have that sound there of want me to yes, we have the voice. You have to have that sound there. You understand? You have to have that smooth, you know, it's hard for from Barry G sound and Rory and all the greats before I and I. You know what I mean? So you couldn't be screaming on the talkaphone. So even back then, it was that era where I grew up was always a smooth vibes, even when you clash.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always a smooth vibe. It's always about being intelligent in what you're doing. And yeah, man, we used to play a whole part of clash, because back then it wasn't a thing where, even though you have different sounds who are clash sounds and you have juggling sounds, but then from 2 sounds string up, anything can go on. You just have to have tune, you understand? So we grew up, so that's why when people say, oh, Twitch, you're not your class selector, try me then. Because I grew up in the era where you have to be bad and defend yourself. Yeah.
Every sound of them tune back in the days. Yes, man. So you made mention of the Playmate dance, right? And where was that dance?
That dance keep a tick in my father's place.
Okay.
On my turf, man, so I'm a little bit bossy.
Nice.
Yeah, hometown.
So any sound kill you during a Supercat, you know, when I think I noticed with selectors when I interview with them, and every man kill man, you know, but the man not dead either. So they ask you, during a Supersonic journey, any sound ever right to know, yet lock to know?
The beat what I get was one that me and Blackstone play.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Man. We play a camp on the road. Rasarella, you never did a dance, eh? Boy, me I tell you.
So hold on, so you know Rasarella from them time till
so this time? So Rasarella my youth, man. Rasarella me grew him. A joke. No, my brother long time. No, me and Rasarella brother for years.
Cool, man.
Years. I'm a brother.
Yeah.
Rasarella my brother like that.
So you say Blackstone, give it to him.
Yes, man. And that night I learned something so I never forget it. I remember Blackstone was playing, and the dance never ran either. But I remember Blackstone was playing, and I set a record on my turntable. Never forget, it's a nitty-gritty. You know the nitty-gritty set? I make them come, cause we ready for them. Remember, I set it. And then I bought like 10 minutes before my time. And just the last tune,
them play it.
Weber play it. Confused me as a little youth. I have to come to Papa and Ray, I'm going to say, Supersonic, come in, me Gigi.
Yeah, man.
And when the dance done, Weber fought to me and said, my youth, I'm going to tell you something. Never, ever set a tune on a turntable, because I'm always screech around and see it, and I know the label, I know it's and beat the song, my youth. And I say, okay. So even right now, with laptop, when we put a laptop, we bring down the screen. Yes, man, a man can't know me I started, brother. Till this day, Weber teach me that.
A good lesson. That
yes, man, and that's a part of the journey. A part of the journey, brother.
Whilst you were at Supersonic, which were the big sounds in the space at the time? Like, you said them as a big sound.
Well, back then, there were so many big sounds. When we started in 88, and that's when my career really started, 1988, 89, you had, I don't even think Inner City was around yet. I think Inner City came around probably the same time.
Okay.
Just a little bit later, but this was fairly new. It was Stone Love, you had the Classics, you had the Gemini, you had the Super Saint, you had the, you know, in the East Kingston, you had the Super D. And I think Super D followed a little bit after Supersonic, but Super D was a big sound too as well. Blackstone, there was Nucleus. There was Audio Phonic in East Kingston. There was a whole heap of sound. And I mean,
big sound.
Big sound. And I'm telling you, so back then, you could, like, there were sounds that you could not just string up alongside and feel like it's an easy way. Because every sound, a cut tune. Every sound. You talk about Aries, you talk about Excalibur, you talk about Roadstar, you talk about, these sounds were the sounds that, and Ian is one, and Ian from Roadstar was one of the man where literally like, you're the man where actually emulate a lot of stuff from.
Cool, man.
Yeah, man.
But
Ian was one of my icon, them, one of my legend, them, different from Rory, different from Weber, Mark Dragon is one of them as well. Yeah, man.
Which big sound on a string up beside that in a them time though, your Supersonic journey, like any of the giants in the space you ever string
I think we stick up with Metro Media a couple times.
Okay.
Back then you couldn't just play Stone Up, so No man, man. Them you can't just talk about I keep on down Stone Up and Supersonic. No, so we Supersonic. We Poker Axe, so who them?
Oh, we Poker Axe.
Yeah, we Poker Axe. Now play no sound just like that. We all know that. WePo you must not open the gates for everybody and respect the WePo because it makes sense.
Exclusivity.
You'd have to have a track record, a resume, so to speak, to actually string up with Stone. Easier for string up with Metro Media. May I tell you that? Yeah.
Eventually, though, you said that Yap died,
yes,
and there was some infighting within the Supersonic settings. So you decided to move on.
So, but at that time, no, I kind of started to pull away, and Weber, as we say, even after Weber beat you up, Weber was still my brethren.
Yeah, right.
Yeah? And Weber always thinks, anytime Blackstone I play anywhere, I always go Blackstone and always there and till I start just go there early, I'm gonna start play early one for Weber.
Okay.
I'm gonna start play until one day the man them start give me a check.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first time I really start get paid was on
So
Blackstone.
anybody collect run
No, Supersonic. No, somebody busy about money. I don't want the money, brother. But I start playing music. I never looked at it as a career. My whole thing was, okay, this is fun. This is super fun, and I love doing it. So it was never a thing where, like, if we never get paid, I wouldn't go the next day.
Right.
Yeah. So it's actually when I started around Blackstone and I started early one and start the things and we start. The owner of them for Blackstone now, Lance and Horace, them start to me and I say, okay, you have a little vibes, rotate, and one Friday I'm going to meet up with the son on Waterloo Road, that are East Kingston again in Rallington Town. I'm going to meet up with the man for go on the truck, for go and dance, and the man comes up and give me an envelope. They have a remember how much tonight, brother. I'm going to know some red $20, you know. I'm going to say, yeah, wow.
You made mention of Friday night, so it was only on the weekend you used to go and play the sounds because
yes,
I'm assuming you have school and morning.
Right, so it's weekend would I really go like
and that never affect your schooling situation.
Why probably did it because I got so distracted by music, brother. I got so distracted. Music is like that. So probably in my last year at George's fifth farm before I migrated, I really could have did better. I got 5 CXC, yes, but it was we used to reach school late, brother. We used to reach school late all the time, and we never really busy, but when it comes down to CXC, we don't know so we have to buckle up. Right.
So mommy and daddy did, oppose
Daddy never too into it. He never really said nothing, but him never happy. Mommy was always, Ricky, do what you do. My mom was always that person who she was really more supportive. Daddy was like, so when you go away? When you go college? When you go do this? Like he's more like what's you gonna do with your life? Kind of intend for the soundtrack.
Yes. And so you now moved over to Blackstone,
yes,
and you mentioned Weber,
right?
Zane, but also over there I think you had Daddy Screw,
the artist Daddy Screw. So he was a selector, and then you have Jumbo, who was one of the MC selector, but he's more of an MC, and Jumbo is in England right now, Manchester.
And Daddy Screw was a mic man
around the song. It was an MC, yeah. See, so I was just a little one around them, yeah. And I remember being around Blackstone was absolutely super great because one of the selectors, or one of the former selectors, who was still a part of the song but never used to play as much, was a brother called Snakey, and he used to be an engineer.
Jamit, right.
So Snake is probably one of the greatest engineers I've ever seen in my entire life in music.
Oh yeah?
I'm not talking because I know him from so long, but the things that he was doing back then was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? He was doing some crazy things with just dub plates. He was just a alien brain back then.
Yeah, right.
You see me? So Snakey used to, a lot of dubs used to come in. So Blackstone was a little song, but with full of dub because every Shabba, every Ninja, every you name it, who Johnny P, you name it, Blackstone would have it. So Blackstone was one of the baddest juggling sounds back then. Just because Snakey was there, and then Weber is another alien brain when it comes to music. You know what I mean? So it was a great time. That year or a couple years I was around, Blackstone was really a university for me.
And I think that eventually Daddy Screw moved on to pursue
artist career. Right. And I want to tell you, back then, he would have one of the baddest tune them, a baddest girl tune them out of East. Like when Blackstone play, anytime them play anywhere in East Kingston, so like, every era of them artists, them area artists and thing. And Daddy Screw, when you play that tune at Rallington Town and Rockfort, you name it, Vineyard Town, and they would mash up the place, man. So that's when they realized, I say, this is kind of bigger than, this kind of bigger than just playing music.
On this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And were you guys involved in any toss-up clashes during your Blackstone?
Yes, man. Yeah, man. But them time the Blackstone was more established than even when I was on Supersonic.
Oh, okay.
So Blackstone was playing, like you name it, literally 7 nights a week, and we would play it with Stone Love, like here and there. I mean, you name it, we would play it every sound you can think of in the business at one point.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. Blackstone, yeah, man. And then obviously, as I tell you, when two sounds string up, anything can happen. Yeah, man, anything can happen, man. Blackstone a bad sound, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Anybody killing in a
Of course.
there?
You know, most man, roadside give you a beat there.
Ian beat, you know.
Boy, Ian, man, you see, man, the brother there, see, man, the body say, yeah, man, Ian give you a beat one night, man. But we're Clark Nucleus with CMG first. And nuts we actually left and go play Supa D.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. Cooler, man.
Yeah, so before G-Force even went to Super Saint and then he went to Stone Love, G-Force was on Nucleus. Right, I will beat them in a tree. Where that place in them again? Trees Avenue. Yeah, when I've been at all. Yeah, man.
Cooler,
just a week before Gilbert that. Remember the dance there? Yeah, man.
City free, man.
Yeah.
So I know that eventually again you moved on from Blackstone.
Yeah.
That's when you were going to migrate.
Yeah, I was planning to migrate.
But between that time you played LA Heat.
Yes. Yo, you know so much, my youth.
But even before you played LA Heat, even before you played LA Heat, you played the bad sound of Clarendon at the time before Bodyguard boss or Spinner's Choice.
Jaja. Oh, you know them something, brother?
I just look a reading, man.
Wow. So here we're going now. When we actually I think we leave Blackstone, and because what happened was, the first thing that really happened with Blackstone was Snakey and the owner them fall out.
Okay.
So we stopped. We now get the dub them like we used to get, and then Weber and the owner them fall out, and then Weber decided to say, yo, I'm a cut. Weber end up left and go Metro. Yeah. So it was just me and Jumbo, and then Jumbo at that time Jumbo had a night job. So even before that, Jumbo had a night job. So I wanted to saw me get my little buzz in East Kingston because Weber, them time the Weber not talk on talk for. It was Weber mix and me. So it made up me and talk, and then that just who went off to do his thing. So I got that slap, the mic free up for me. So long story short, you know, Weber decided to say him to move on, and I said Blackstone, it was just a little turmoil there again. And I say, you know what? You know, so I'm not really deal with this. And then we're young them time. I mean, we're very distracted, and our brethren of mine named Richie Pooh, same Richie Pooh from Silverhawk. One night we'll play against Spinner's Choice in a Clarendon, and we met him, and me and him become really good friends. And then we rate Richie Pooh differently too. And I remember he had left Spinner's Choice to play Exodus Nuclear. Right. So the owner of Spinner's Choice linked him and I said, yo brother, you leave, find a selector for me now. So I suck on Richie Pool with me and say, yo, the sound of Clarendon, my sound, and full of tune and you can go play it and rate it and you'll get your money. And I said, all right. It was about the money, but so I'm forward, I see what I go on. I'm going to play that sound for about 3 days.
Okay.
You hear me say?
3 days.
3 days. One weekend, I don't go back. Because at that time as a teenager, the boss would have licked me on a Thursday, and then we go country Thursday, and stay at country, I play Friday, Sunday, and then when I'm forward, because I used to have a business place at town, so I'm forward them and I drop me off. The Monday, brother, I'm homesick, brother.
Spinner's Choice was very short-lived.
Short-lived. I literally played the sound for the weekend, and I remember them full of tune and everything, and I just homesick, brother. Like, that was the first time, other than traveling to the States, I've ever been away from my house as a youth. And it was with the homesick, brother. I was like, yo, I don't want to do this. So after that, every Thursday, the man used to link me in a bird, but I feel that way now. The man used to link, I used to hide. So I'm tell me that there.
So you feel that way now?
I feel that way when I think about it, because the man used to drive, come check me, and because I want to pay the sound, and just, you know.
That wasn't supposed to be a part of your destiny, man.
It never felt it from the gut, you know what I'm saying? And then within that time, I have a bridge who work with a security firm. His bridge, security firm, I think it was Atlas. You have a security firm named Atlas?
Yeah, man.
I'm right?
We have Atlas, Marksman, Guardsman, and then one there, something I know.
It was Atlas, man. See, so I remember a bridge who used to work there. He had a bridge who had migrated from out of Harborview, and he bring back a sound named LA Heat.
Okay.
So him link me and say, yo, my bridge never sound, you know. You need a selector and rate it. I have a bag of man to play the sound, and none of them are good, and they must spend this bag of money, and you know, it's not work. I'm sorry, let me try. So then we got Harborview and listen to the sound. I'm like, sound good, and one of the youth them actually know, the youth the engineer, but they kind of know him, the technician for the sound, but they know him, and I say, all right, play the sound 2 times, and the boss just did rate me because they kind of hear about me from my bridge, and then hear from other people say that youth are good. I youth him Danny Vibes.
Oh, okay.
Danny Vibes was the owner of the sound, and we started playing LA Heat, and yeah, we start dominate East for a little bit. Yeah, man, it was a good tenure, and then one day, I I just get up and say, you know, say, done the music. Like literally. I just say, you know, say, we need to go college, I need to.
Oh, you just decide, say.
Yeah, it's like I'm
done with it.
Yeah, right. But I say, yo, you know, say I need to do more with my life. That's what I said, you know. I'm just telling mommy say that by this time my sister had migrated to New York, and my older sister obviously, and she moved on. I said, yo, I feel like I just want to go to New York, I just want to further my education. You know what I mean? So I remember that was 91,
July
91.
1991.
Yes, July. Yo, man,
Oh man, you're good.
all of me remember.
You're good, man.
Yeah, man, it was July 91. I decided that was it, and you know, I started for, you know, look for go school, and that was it. So the same brethren.
But you actually start school?
No, we never started. We supposed to start
Have
September.
you actually do any schooling at all?
No, sir. Me don't start, you know. Money pay, you know. Everything, you know.
Yeah.
So during the summer now, right, this was July.
July, summer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Remember my brethren, same brethren would give me the cassette.
Oh.
The same brethren would give me the stereo one. The same brethren would give me the silver, Blacker than.
Remember
Yeah, man, Blacker than link me. Well, me link him because I followed up and me and him grew up, him come from East, so link me and I say, yo, brother, I'm there, and I say, hey, what I go on? I say, yo, AFRIQUE, I play now, you know.
Big bad,
I said, AFRIQUE, you play? I say, yeah, man. I remember him saying he play a song named Techniques back before that, and then he said, no, man.
Okay.
He said, no, man, AFRIQUE, I play now, and I say, yo, Jagabi, and I say, yeah, man.
Claude
So, right. So he say, yo, I come get you. Them days when the man say, I come get you, and the brother feel like I pick up, you know. You just do him take a cab, come check you, and then you jump on a cab, and then we jump on the train. You see? So we jump on the train, and we'll go Bronx tonight, Africa. It was a Tuesday night. Never forget. It was a Tuesday night, probably sometime in August of that year. And we'll go a place them called Rainbow. This is before Rainbow mean anything else.
I would believe so.
Right. Place called Rainbow Lounge. Chester, never forget, in Bronx. And back then, so what we would do, we would take the train from Brooklyn, because them time I'm living in Canarsie. He come check me. Come we don't know for chop.
You knew on the ground.
Oh, yeah, we knew up on the ground. So he come check me, and we'll go we take the train to Gallatin, Harlem. And when we go to Harlem now, we'll be on the corner, like 127, the Martin Luther King Boulevard. I remember hanging out there, you know, we seen everything you can see as a little youth where you sit on TV.
Right.
Sorry. You would see it, I know. You know, the junkie them and the everything on the road, and like I hated it, but that was the only way for us to Portal to Bronx. It was cheaper. Them time we could take a $10 cab from there, so it's cheaper than to take a cab from Brooklyn to Bronx. It's really a long stretch.
I understand.
Right. So that's what he did. I will hang out for a little bit on the corner on 127, never forget, and then boom, about 10, 11 o'clock, we'll go Chester, which is in the Bronx. So that's my first time going in a dance in America. And I remember AFRIQUE sound, I remember everybody, like, we're there for early, my brother play, Blacker than I play, and you know, I can play like music too, I find some tune for him, and I give him tune, I give him tune. So basically I record you now, and I put the tune them in the box, and and by 2 o'clock, because them time I party, like, New York was different. Dance now ram until 3 o'clock. And dance now done till 7 o'clock in the morning. Right. So I remember one of my biggest memory of that night was when Jagabi forward.
Great Jagabi.
And when Jagabi forward, I thought it was like how to explain it. I've never seen that before. Where a selector arrive in a dance and like the dancer, all right, Jagabi reach. I'm like, what the hell?
Jagabi had a man for
Bro, listen to me, man. I saw this man walk in with about 10 entourage. Every man in a suit. Remember what that was a Tuesday night, you know. Every man in a sequin suit. Him have the shoes to match the hat, and the hat to match the everything. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And when the man take the microphone, like the whole dance just stop, and him when him start talking, I'm like, what the hell is this? And the man, I say, yo. That by this time now, Blacker than I play the sound in but when Claude and Jagabi and reach, rest in peace to Supa Claude. When Claude and Jagabi reach and Crazy Rich big up himself, it was a different thing.
Oh yeah, Crazy Rich was around the sound
yes.
at that time too.
And I'm just watching. And I remember that night, Rory was there.
Okay.
Yeah, because Rory had played and probably the weekend. And usually, most sounds when them play the weekend, they would stay over because Rainbow was such a big event on a Tuesday night that they would stay over and probably just play on the Tuesday.
Okay.
Right. So Rory was there to play some tunes tonight, and Rory recognized me. Rory said, "I said, my youth, where are you from?" I said, "Blackstone, man." I said, "Okay, where about?" I'm turning to Claude and say, "Yo, this, no, probably Rory didn't even remember. I doubt him remember. But that is what made Claude kind of glimpse because Claude don't know me from Adams. Yeah? I'm turning and say, yo, that you a bad in a Claude. Look, you a bad man. Play a Blackstone a yard. And Claude say, wait. I'ma never forget. Dance done. I did nothing. I'm say Claude comes to boop and squeeze me $50.
Yeah.
So what? $50? Enough money them time, brother.
It's not bad.
I say, every week, but I start go. Until now, it became a thing where AFRIQUE was so popular and so big that them man they create double bookings. And I don't think Claude did it under a thing where it was a business aspect. It was something that the song was so popular that AFRIQUE was needed in Brooklyn, AFRIQUE was needed in Queens. So he would go one place and then Richie would go one place and then Jagger B would go one place and things like that. And one night he must, after, we exchanged no man, him called one night and my sister said, yo, Claude up on the phone and him say, yo, meet me at Walteria's. There was a club on Flatbush. I said, yeah, now I have no money in brother. Nothing, I say, sis, bigger, $20, sister, give me $20 and comes up, I'm gonna go early and he said, I want to play early and from there, so I kind of saw me end up around the sound.
Yes.
But I start play early one. And then start play early one, but then from then on, the thing grew.
But I think though, because, and as I said, so based on what we spoke about so far, at this point in time, Blacker Dan would have been the most important person in your journey so far.
Yes.
Because at him,
absolutely.
The
I him give a cassette them.
And at him carry on a free.
Yes.
But however, as fate would have it, well, based on what the research said that, eventually he was asked to leave the sound and you kind of feel that space.
And the thing about it, that's another thing where it hurt me. But when I spoke to him, we spoke a whole lot of times after that. I mean, years, because me and him are still friends. When we spoke to him after that, it kind of bothered me, but him gave me some sort of relief because it was his mistake. He made up one night we play a Biltmore, the world famous Biltmore ballroom. Never forget we play a Biltmore. And Blacker Dan was in charge of the records. And I don't know how Blacker Dan decided to leave the record them in front of the club, a Biltmore. And the sound man, a crackhead come and say, man, I got some records, man. You need some records? And the man said, when them look, him see the AFRIQUE stick up on it. The man said, so I'm drape. I said, oh, you get AFRIQUE? Show them. The man said, yo, man, I found it on the street. So the man called Uncle Claude, we just get crackhead $20 for your record, them, Man, just get crackhead $20. I brother them lie the liberal love. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I hear a record, them, man. I wouldn't have them. And man said, Blacker Dan. Brother, I'm telling you something about records. And if you know anything about the business, and any sound man will tell you, the only thing where we, as selectors, as DJs, as sound man, were worth more to we than our record, I probably will pick them our mother. Nothing else comes before a record. So for years, a man, leave the record box and on the street of Church Avenue and Flatbush, brother. Even him, Blacker than him within himself. I said, John, no, I messed up. Yeah, man, I messed up. So, and then it's a life of a way of shaping your journey. You understand?
So true.
And one of the best things for him was that he ended up starting playing a song
King Barker.
Yeah, absolutely, and then King Barker became a big sound in the Harlem space, in Manhattan, Gallatin.
Basically, I embossed that song.
Yes, he became the man on that song.
And as I said, big sound, you see? When you drop on the ground in New York, which were the big sounds in the space?
When we reached New York, AFRIQUE was the biggest sound.
Yeah, apart from AFRIQUE, man.
Then you have the Fergal Digital.
Oh, Fergal, okay.
And then you have the King, you have Addis.
Okay.
Which other songs were there? You'd have
Minimart, did that come out then?
No, Minimart was before that.
Oh, okay, before that?
Yes, Minimart was way before, was a little bit before that. Yeah. Don't Beat was still doing this thing. Don't Beat, you'd have my brethren there, but they're Jamaica now. We used to have a song. You have Classic Climax.
Okay.
Which was my brethren. When him name Rasarella, him play most of the things. Snow, DJ Snow, they're doing thing. We have a next brethren name, a next week name Richie Groove in the Bronx. We'd have a sound too. And then You know, enough sound
How
dead.
about the start rise it over New Jersey?
No. I'm tell you something, brother. I'm gonna be brutally honest and who want to be a dancer like can be that. But when I went to New York City, AFRIQUE was Stone Love before Stone Love became Stone Love. AFRIQUE was the sound that literally I saw playing 7 nights a week, around every single night. Like it was, there was no comparing. And I said this the other day in an interview, and I say, sir, so want to this man, I want to. We said, them man is to come listen to a player.
Yeah.
No joke, brother. Every man we have a name right now, I can tell if they want to be honest, them grew up listening to Jagabi or Claude. And then in probably the latter part, they end up to them listen to Crazy Richard, them listen to me. To be honest. And sometimes, as I said, I don't like to talk about myself, but more times someone talk something and like, don't forget how it really started, brother. What Jagabi and Claude did, what AFRIQUE did in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s into almost the 2000s was uncanny.
So the man now, and you were a little youth around a big man sound.
Big liquor boy, get forced into the limelight as far as. Because remember now, I'm playing in Jamaica as a little youth. I'm not boss.
Right.
I'm not boss to say, as a household name. Yeah, you
learn the craft.
Let's learn the craft, yeah? Have some talent and have a voice. As I said, my biggest attribute was my voice. So I play some place and with a Jamaican rated. So we go to New York now. I'm an established sound. It's like it would be like if I went on Stone Love in Jamaica, I went on AFRIQUE, like, who's this kid? Like, how? And I tell the truth, brother, it just happened. Literally just happened, and a lot of people say, yo, it was a blessed journey. Lucky night too, brother. Lucky night. Some sort of luck, because there's no way that like a boy from Jamaica supposed to, because if you understand what I'm saying, how big AFRIQUE was at the time.
No, AFRIQUE a big son, man.
Yeah, man, so I was forced into it.
What was it like though, you know, becoming a part of that family? Because even though you would have established yourself there, what was the early runnings like around the sun? Was there any difficulties or challenges?
Whole heap of difficulty. First and foremost, New York people, they're not so welcoming, you know. They're not so welcoming onto new faces and to new and them. So I had to make a name for myself.
You have to earn it.
I have to earn it, brother. So it wasn't a situation where I just walked in and said, oh, how would I do that? Okay, where? No, man. Them people, first thing people, actually for go in a party was the hardest thing.
Oh yeah?
How when I have the record them?
They don't let you.
They don't let me. They say, oh, man. How would I big nose out here? Bro, I got through it. I had to literally, you know, and I was forced into, and let me just say this, being that AFRIQUE was so popular, and as I told you before, there were times when I got shoved into the limelight because there was nobody else there. So there were like Claude somewhere, Jagabi. I remember one of my greatest memories around AFRIQUE Sound was a night in Starlight Ballroom when Earth Ruler, Big Bad Earth Ruler, they just a touch the road, saying and the man in book a dance with AFRIQUE. And I think they might have a plan for rush AFRIQUE.
Okay.
But guess what? I twitch alone forward. Never forget. Man in Rush were wicked. Rush me wicked.
Right.
Because I think they expected the giants, them, the big man, them pan the sound. It was me. But yeah, man, we'd have to kick them up, man. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah?
Is that tape?
Tape, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, Starlight. One, me never forget, man, I love culture I use, man. Because I make a talk and I say, yo, brother, when someone just come on road, so all of a sudden, when I want to challenge AFRIQUE, and I never forget Louis culture, big up myself. I bust that tune there. Well, I've been through hills and valley. Pandub, no sound, I have that. My voice at a one studio. Yeah, man, and me first bust that tune there. Ask Louis.
Bogus badge.
And that tune there. Destroy the place. I never forget that dance. So I suck on me, end up start make my name here and there because I was forced into being in places. Yes, on the job.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm talking about even the first time I ever traveled with AFRIQUE was the New Year's Eve of '91. Remember, you know, my father America. July. 91. And by December,
yeah, hit the road.
I hit the road AFRIQUE, you know. And me and Claude forgot Canada, you know. Forgot play for a brother named Sawyer, you know, at Toronto, you know. And when me hitch the flight, you know, there's no Claude to be found, you know. And me alone end up go over there, you know. When I come off of the plane, the man say, "Oh, you man? Where Claude there? Where Jagga be there? Where Crazy Rich there?" And I say, "You know, say me." The man say, "Yo, me gonna kill. Hey, me gonna beat." And I said, "Jesus, Father God, what this?" Real thing, man, tell you, brother. I'm gonna never forget the brother named Sawyer. The man was the man ignorant, brother. And the man was a star. Claude was next date and not tell nobody. He not tell the man, him have a next date, him have to race them, end up make me alone go without even telling me.
Well, you find out.
Bro, man must say, you know, say, Claude forget beat now, who forget beat, and the only person, all who them want beat now they there, you know, so guess who they there?
No, you did
now me there, man. And I said, cheese and peace. Switch what this. But I said, come here, Karen. So I'm part of the next G. I never forget, I never remember what the next virgin name. And the next virgin started saying, man, you know yourself, because I get jittery. But wait, which part you fought from? And I say, yo, East. And I say, which part East? I say, Premier Road, we know near Rockford. So I say, so you drive and look around. Which part Rockford you come from? And I say, tell him again. And I say, yo, you know Peck? You know Mikey? And I say, yeah, man, them man, they grow me. I say, I'm a brother them that, you know. A Rockford the man come from, Sawyer, rest in peace. A scheme come from.
Man.
And I suck on the man say, alright, we not bother beat him, because I feel we don't get to beat neither. I feel like I get too little top from my short trips them time. But he end up saying, him know my bitch them will grow me. Because the same man when name Mikey, him name me Twitch. But that's another story.
Yeah, we so rich a story.
See? So I suck him now, I'm going to play the dance, and I tell her, say, mash up the dance, brother. Never forget mash up the dance. It was a New Year's Eve dance, and I suck him, you know, Canada became one of my stamping grounds with AFRIQUE sound. Because I set myself that way there. Because AFRIQUE was so big in them days, you know, brother. AFRIQUE was so big in Toronto that it doesn't matter which sound, which artist, once AFRIQUE up on a flyer, nobody keep a dance, you know. Because the AFRIQUE video them from New York with the hats. So, sorry, everybody would see the video and them try to emulate the same thing going on in New York would be emulated in Toronto. Part of the journey, brother.
So, East save you.
East save me. Rest in peace to
So what Claude tell us after the one?
Why me not remember, you know, the man tell you some story, the man would never even answer them phone. When you call back, we say, Claude, even... And that's not 1 or 3 times them man they make me go someplace and I'm me alone. End up there, brother.
But I guess that would have been...
And it reach a point where people say, yo, make sure I twitch forward, you know.
Set it, man.
Make sure I twitch forward. It became me being the one where nobody don't want to see.
The one everybody wants to see, you know.
Yeah.
Put in the work.
Yeah, man. Yes, absolutely, brother.
You put in the work. And because when you went, it was Jagga B, Claude, and
Richie.
Crazy Richie.
Yeah, so I was the first of a young
because I think after you, it was Slick or Steely Bashment.
Slick forward and then Steely. And then Nariega. DJ Nari. You have all part that use pass through. You have a youth named Val used to upon African Star, right? And then even Gary Chucks play AFRIQUE too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah man, he play AFRIQUE for a few.
And then we know Mataran now you so
Mataran, when Mataran forward to New York City, Mataran alright, so I met Mataran while he was playing Inner City.
Okay.
I met Mataran when I was playing Blackstone, he was playing this. It's the first time I meet him. And that was a skateland. And the first time I meet him. And then from then on, I saw him again in Poughkeepsie. We went to a dance, we played a dance in Poughkeepsie, upstate New York. And then, you know, we play a song named Star Kid, I think at the time.
Oh. Right.
And then now when them link up with him and Addies link up with him and him start play Addies. So when him start play Addies, nobody never knew who Mataran was. He was really a youth from inner city, but him never, you know, so them time then me had done. This a tape? Them time there, teach them. I'm going to teach them now. Them time there, me had a young Dan on the sound at AFRIQUE. And when me and Mataran start, Mataran used to go Addies dance them, and then Addies dance them, the little pit the dance, because you used to got the little kids them dance.
Okay.
So we scare man, because I'm being youngsters. Our dance was more the big people, the name, the mature, the name brand people, them whatever. So our dance them are done 7 o'clock, them dance are done 4. So Mataran easy could have go a Billmore, could have go anywhere else, and then forward the AFRIQUE, and nothing start yet. So I suck him now, it became the dynamic door, because I draw him in and give him the platform there. So I aim the interview with there and big up Jagga B and Claude and don't mention me. Make I mention me now. Because Claude and Jagga B never know him.
Yeah.
I made him my brother. I'm say, yo, forward. And that's how we start do it, the dynamic do it, till we start, like everywhere we go. It was Twitch and Matter and Twitch.
Team Bashment, man, Bashment squad.
Bashment squad, we formed the Bashment
Dream
squad.
Team and Bashment squad.
Right, so the Dream Team was the AFRIQUE sound, and then the Bashment squad was a thing where, you know, because Matter was involved in that. Steely was involved in that even before him started playing the sound, was as a Bashment squad. I saw him name. I mean him Steely Bashment.
Oh.
I mean him Steely Bashment. Because it was a Bashment squad. I was a Steely Bashment. So what's I call him? It was like Twitch Bashment and Tony Bashment and all the way was the Bashment squad. But him stick with Steely Bashment.
Yes. Before we continue though, on your birth certificate the name is Ricardo Sanchez.
Yes, sir.
Super Twitch. Or reach one other side.
To the Sanchez what?
No man, Super Twitch side. We don't reach on that side.
We can talk about the Sanchez part and the Twitch part. Well, the Twitch now, here we're going now. One night, King Jam is forward at my father's place.
Okay.
See? And I remember Mikey, I tell a story about going to the dance. Because his house was literally on the, this was the fence, this was my father's place, and this was his house. So he couldn't sleep. You know, all a man for we, all a youth for we, whatever, but in there the dance. And I talk about King Jam and how King Jam is bad and Ray, blah, blah, blah. I say, yo, them have a little DJ.
Little Twitch.
This is before I start playing music, you know, brother.
Okay.
This was when I play music, you know. This is before him. I say, before I start playing music, him say, yo, you have a little DJ named Little Twitch, him bad. He little like Ricky.
Okay.
Him little like Ricky.
Right.
And I tell a story. And I suck him. Next day him say me, Twitch, Little Twitch. I saw him start call me Little Twitch. And from Mikey start calling your name. You know, in every area.
Yeah, man.
From the man that start calling your name, I hate that, brother. Yeah. Him one of them, man. And I saw Little Twitch. So the first flyer that I ever built with Supersonic was, my name was Little Twitch on it.
Oh.
I hated it.
Oh, you did?
Never liked Little Twitch, because you have Little Twitch already. When I see Little Twitch in New York, what he want a royalty for his name, you know? I have a shot in my thing, you know?
Yeah.
You understand? I'm a brethren, I'm an elder man. But at the end of the day, I suck on the whole Super Twitch forward from a Supersonic.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
make a lot of sense.
Yes, I suck on. I'm telling you, was like, nah, man, let's go with Super Twitch. Supersonic. Yes, I saw the Super Twitch coming.
Seal up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, on the ground, you know, AFRIQUE, big bad sound. We know, generally people, and as you made a very interesting point earlier, so back in the days you never have no class sound and no juggling sound, you have sound.
Right.
And a sound, when if he have to defend himself, he defend himself.
Absolutely.
Truth be told is that a lot of people backseat AFRIQUE and say AFRIQUE are one of the great
juggling sound. Absolutely.
See?
Absolutely.
However,
loaded.
Defend on yourself.
Loaded. I remember back then, there were times when Cloud would say, all right, this is how we can, nobody now get the money. Dubplate, that week had Dubplate. And everything we play for that week goes straight to him cutting tune in Jamaica. Oh. And the man now cut tune just because, okay, and them tune and the hot tune. All right. Deep breath. And them man there, first Vice Buju Banton. The first show where Buju Banton ever worked in America, a Claude Keep the Show. But that show in Billmore Ballroom was Buju Banton's first show, a Super Claude Keep the Show there. So when we talk about Buju Banton and AFRIQUE, loaded, yeah, but it wasn't about them tune there as far as okay, the tunes of the day was the artist of the day, yeah, we have them tune there, but the man there voice everything, Africa voice everything, from the Dennis Brown them to the Nitty Gritty to the John Halls to you name it across the board as a juggling sound. So yeah, you go to AFRIQUE dance and hear some nice soul, some nice Betty Davis and some thing and you say yeah, but then no, you know, you can't hear something. It was that rounded about sound, but that's how Stone is built as well. Right. And I believe that every sound should be built in that manner, where you can play at a bar mitzvah, you can play at a baby shower, and if a sound try a thing, you can defend yourself. You know, I believe that's how it's supposed to be. It shouldn't be in one category where you say, all right, yo, because your name and based on the say has got out of that.
Them kind of break themselves out of that.
Because there's no money.
Big juggling machine and all too.
I wish dang that.
Do you remember the first time you actually played the sound and you're owning a dance, like you alone? I know you made mention of the Toronto situation, but you actually played the sound by yourself before that?
Probably in Brooklyn. I can't remember exactly when. But because that Toronto thing was very significant to me. But I probably did it in Brooklyn by myself. But I remember that the Canada thing stood out a whole lot for me.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, it was new to me being on a freak sound doing that, but it wasn't new to me because I was playing, but even when I played LA, I mean, I don't know the sound. Yeah, it was there wasn't a thing where I need that. I was always had the mic stand normal, had the mic and talkaphone, and you know, I play and I mix same time, you know what I mean? So it was always not new to me. Yes. To be honest.
I know you made mention of the Earth Ruler clash where you say you're string.
Yeah man, ask them.
Talk to, hopefully.
I'm friend them. Talk to them. Ask them. Starlight Ballroom. Bertie Kill Quick and our next one. Yeah man, remember them.
Talk to me about some other now major dance events in their AFRIQUE journey. Because I know that so the first time you left out of America with the sound was the Toronto gig.
Right.
The first time you left North America now was the UK World Clash.
The first World Clash I ever came, 1993.
And I think that was Bodyguard, Coxsone, Love Injection, AFRIQUE.
Right.
Who else was there?
Bodyguard, you said Bodyguard, AFRIQUE, Coxsone, and I think Love Injection. Right, that was it. Saxon.
Saxon.
It was Saxon, yeah.
Oh.
Coxsone different from Saxon.
Yeah man. Okay.
Saxon, right.
Okay.
It was Saxon. So there was 2 World Clashes. One in London, one in Birmingham. I went to the one, me and Jacoby went to the one in Birmingham, which was the week after the one in London. So Claude and Crazy Richie went to the one in London, and then we went to the one the week after.
Yeah.
And Bodyguard won. I think Bodyguard won both of them. Yeah man.
Who was there at the time? Johnny?
Johnny.
Lynx was around the sun?
No, sir.
Okay, so it was Johnny.
Yeah man, Johnny. Them time there, yeah man. So that was my first European UK tour, traveling outside the States on AFRIQUE. So.
As you mentioned Bodyguard, I think there was another high-profile clash with AFRIQUE and Bodyguard in
that was when in Q Club with we and Lynx.
You played the sound at the time?
Yeah man.
And it was Lynx and Johnny.
Yeah, them beat to that night there. Sure no. Sure.
Oh yeah?
We go remember that for now.
Who was selecting the sound at the time?
Me, Steely and Crazy Richie at the time.
Mm-hmm. I want to get reward.
Yeah.
You know, so I saw clash.
No man, I saw clash thing man, and them time that Johnny hot.
I remember Bodyguard one of the greatest clash songs of all time.
Johnny Guard and then Firelinks, Peppery. See me? But we go hard, you know. Yeah. But they were more.
Yeah, I heard, I've been looking for that dance. I actually hear you represent yourself very well.
But I'm telling you,
yes.
Dead. But dead.
Yeah,
no, man, but do good, you know. But here we go on. I'm tell you about that. Bodyguard was a seasoned class sound.
True.
We can defend ourselves, but we won't. Them man, they clash every other week at Jamaica, brother. So they had that thing. So we know, have the tune them. Jano, all right. One of the biggest tune them. We played that night there. Jano, I can't call the artist name.
What I mean?
Him kind of, we don't want to talk about the artist there though.
Okay.
He's in a jail now. Foreign artist. We not call him name. I want them tune we play. Can't call that the man name now. Come on, say, Twitch, how you get that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yo, yeah man, one of the biggest songs in the dance there. Cause the band of them hip hop artists there, brother.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
We not call him name.
Okay, they don't call him name. This is what I think they are now, man.
Yeah man, but the dance there, wicked dance, Q Club Ram. And I want to tell you, if you talk to Irish and Chim, he will tell you, say.
So who cut it did it?
I bring him Fab Five Freddy. Alright, go Fab Five Freddy, you said about MTV.
Yeah.
Remember MTV?
Remember.
Fab Five Freddy, he used to come to AFRIQUE dance all the time.
Oh,
so
cool,
him,
man.
yeah.
Big Dubplate that brother.
Yo, cool man. Can't talk about that now. So anyways.
Everything good, man. Yeah, man.
But you don't know the journey. Yeah, man. But as I said, Links them, Johnny them, Peppery them time there. Yeah, and I said, represent myself well, but as we said, them was more of a class sound. And them win the dance. With experience, I think.
With experience.
Yeah.
I know you're Maggie, brother. But you actually ever clash at these whilst Maggie was over these? Your matter and never clash it.
But beat him up all the while, you know. You don't want to talk, you know, brother. Alright, let me show you something. Yeah. You have a dance name. I'm going to talk the things, I'm glad you asked things, you know. Because I remember say, people, him asked me, the teacher asked me, someone for that, like? You have a dance name, Showdown Downtown.
Okay.
1997 or 1998. I remember I was still playing AFRIQUE sound at the time. But Mataran, it was probably 98 or 99, if I think correctly, because Mataran had just went on his own.
Okay.
Him just did the own and leave Addis and fully, it was just after fully loaded and the broke out rhythm and all of that, and he was on
Yeah, and the pepper then time,
him
man.
on top of the world. And them walking at the dance and him just did a hype on Stone Love, him hype on me, him hype on Renaissance. I'm gonna just beat him up. Yeah, man, I beat him up. Ask him when you see him.
I plan to ask him.
No, ask him. He must say, we have a tape.
Yeah, with tape.
We have a CD same way. Yeah, man, I have to rush him. I say, yeah, man, I have to rush him.
I can't remember seeing any clash with your man.
No, it was
That's
always.
ask us,
And the thing about it that night, it wasn't serious. It was really fun. But you know, you don't know. You know, give him two. You see me?
I understand, man. But so apart from Bodyguard, Zane, during the AFRIQUE days, was there any other song where you know, so you say you come out and dance and know, say, yes, I'm dead?
Not some dead now and dance. No, because no. Remember one night we on Blackcat. Big up Panther, 5-star general. In an Actree, a place named Actree, the great, world famous Actree.
Me hear about this about.
First time Panther, Blackcat, a forward, AFRIQUE and Blackcat. I'll never forget, Panther stopped the whole dance. After me I juggled the whole night and they big up Blackcat and Ray. The man stopped the dance and said, oh, I'm turn up. I would have look a boy there, man. I would juggle be on Claude there. I would have look a boy. Look a boy if I sell girls got cookie. But never forget that. And I say, how'd you reach us, sir? The man rushed me. In the name of the Lord, Blackcat knocking. Mash up the dance. I never know, say I have 2 more hours. I have a card club with there, you know.
Right.
So it's after me comes up and rush him and every time I just drop, I never forget we just advise 4 killer.
Okay.
So me kind of have some tune I never expect we have. So we drop something and shell the place and then we start juggle. Yeah man, juggling when the juggling reach out.
Who win the dance?
When the dance done now, I can tell you this when the dance done.
Yeah.
Panther walk from which part him there. I walk from which part me there. Shake me hands.
Yeah.
And I say, shake me hand. I say, youth, you're bad. That's all I have to say.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
So like a dead still.
No man, never dead man. Never dead man. Panther never kill me man.
Alright, man.
No man, I tell you brother.
Let's get some trouble still.
No man, nothing wrong with that.
And the people must say, teacher, you ask man if he's dead.
No, me never dead brother.
Yeah,
You hear me I say?
Yeah.
Me never say me kill Panther you know.
But you never.
But me never dead.
Alright.
And me can tell you say, him come shake me and I say, youth, you're bad.
Mr. the
Until this day we can call Panther right now, I tell you say, Twitch on you man, you man in band.
Yeah.
I tell you that.
At one point in time, you got the responsibility to cut the dubs for AFRIQUE.
Yeah.
You were cutting dub plates. No?
Right true. At one instant, it was me. It was the one who was creating all the jugglings, and I always give Claude and Jagabi them flowers for actually trusting me with that. As far as literally trusting me as like, yo, youth, say X amount of money here, got you some tune. And try to know every song, every morning I got into dub. Because I love dub so much, I love music so much, I was make sure I invested into that.
Yeah. And as I said that though, out of the dubs that you cut, Zane, which one of them dubs there stand out the most in your memory? For AFRIQUE, man.
AFRIQUE?
Yeah.
AFRIQUE.
Not necessarily the one where probably will match up the most dancing about, something special about that dub plate for you.
So earlier on we went to New Name.
Okay.
New Name
Castor
Studio,
Brown.
Castor Brown. Yes.
Derek Barnett.
Yes, man. Yes, Derek Barnett was the engineer there. And I remember we had Barry Salmon and Garnet Silk. And this was Claude's idea for the two of them to do a song together. And at the time that Derek would have to make the rhythm, and Derek, I said, yo, let's do a cappella. I never forget that was one of the, that to me one of my biggest memories to see Burst Hammond and Garnet Silk. Acapella, brother. Whenever I hear that song, whenever I hear that dub, I actually have it on my laptop till this day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah man, I listen more time man.
I love to hear that.
Trust me brother. Hello, Ida Sound Boy, who are you? To taste AFRIQUE sound is the wrong thing to do. And then some boy gotta call you up. You don't need to kill a song tonight.
Bam, bam.
Just imagine, brother. Goosebumps. So that's the one, in being in the studio, Dubplate wise, that was my greatest memory. But one of my greatest creations, Dubplate wise, on AFRIQUE sound, would be a winner one that Buju became one of their anthems, like one of the biggest song them.
Yeah.
I remember a voice at Steely's studio.
The same Stone Love when you want the Bujo?
Different one, brother.
Every
Every sound is calling your name. Afrique sound wicked every time. And Bujo, them can't hold you, girl. They gonna lean on us. That when I play Afrique, like the woman, them who sing it, the every word. Every word became an anthem, household name. Because even the tune itself, them can't hold you, girl. They never even bust like the Dubplate there. Bust a New York City, brother. Ask anybody who grew up in New York them time in the 90s. So that to me was one of my, I can say, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Eventually, as you know, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
You parted ways with AFRIQUE.
Yeah,
what
man.
happened there?
So, you know, I with all due respect, and Claude, rest in peace, Claude was a great mind, a great selector, great person to an extent. But business-wise, I believe that he didn't run the sound business properly. Oh. So when you go back to the whole, even when the whole double bookings,
right.
When he started that, people never understand it. Promoters didn't understand it, the fans didn't understand it. It was just that you would hear say Africa play a Bronx, Africa play a Brooklyn, or Africa play a Toronto. Like how, because back then people thought that the sound system had to be everywhere.
Okay.
That's how, you know, in Jamaica. Because back then, if Stone Love was playing in say St. Elizabeth, you know, St. Elizabeth.
Right.
Fast forward to today, Stone Love can play 3-4 different places. Claude started that before we even started that. So, with that being said, it caused a lot of friction.
Oh.
So people would go to dance expecting to see Jagga B, but a Claude them say. Them expect go next dance and see Jagga B, expect to see Claude. They wouldn't understand. So that caused problems along the way. And we brother, we go through a lot to find that, you know, because of the whole double date things, people would get antsy and a lot of people weren't, you know, I would say happy with the service they were getting at certain points. And then it became a thing where we go to a place one night and we reached late and Philadelphia and it was just like chaos.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man. Man get beaten and man head bust up and yeah, man.
Man round
AFRIQUE, yeah, man. We go play a dance at Philadelphia and the man end up legitimately was lost. The man them lost on the way to Philly and this happened way before I left the sound, you know. But to me, that was the beginning of where I never want to be in that situation ever again, where I'm playing music under gunpoint.
Oh.
Me I play music. I'm probably the best never play too. Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
Probably the best ever play because we were playing our dance and the man start. Real thing, me I tell you, brother.
That's it, yeah.
Like, you know, we reached the dance, and by the time we reached the dance, it was like 2 in the morning, and the sound has string up, and the man them get mad.
String up at 2 in the morning?
At 2 in the morning, brother, because the sound man last, this man was driving truck last, brother. So me end up, me and Jagga end up reach.
Man, forget beat for that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And some real bad man. Some real top bad man. And, brother, dance done, you know. But the man them beat Claude. Come actually.
You get lick?
No.
Oh, but maybe ask.
No, I'm never getting a lick, brother. Because them tell me a lick, but them see me.
Okay.
Because them see Claude, them see Jagga B. You see? And the senior man, the man crazy rich never get lick either. When Claude forwarded the dance, I never forget him walking in the hall. And when he walked in the hall, a man pointing to the kitchen. I said, me I see you far from kitchen. Unless I'm here cook. And that me I try to tell you. We now go to the kitchen. Brother, I'm here watching up. Seeing and see him go to the kitchen, you know. And one comes up and prep, because you know the kitchen door, the door them fly up.
Right.
And one look, I say, a beer gun, I see in the air, a man that's
oh.
And I swear to you, this is where I rate Jagga B to a different level. When Jagga B walked in, I said, Boca. The man might be glad in this, you know. And Jagga B said, where? I said, in the kitchen, and Jagga B walk in. Instantly, he never think twice, brother. And as soon as he walk in, a man comes and say, boop! I lick Jagga. And Jagga turn and say, oh, lick me. Oh. See me? And when that happened, that's when Claude was able to take away himself. See me? And Jagga B is a star, yo. Me nah like Jagga B know some of the man from yard. And Jagga B stand him ground, brother, and I say, yo, hold it, my brother. Yo, I hear that thing, yo, you don't even know what happened, and and man, some man say, oh, man for dead, and man have them gun in them, and Jagga B attacks strong. Not disrespectful, but strong, and hold him ground, and I say, brother, I hear that thing, brother. You see me, enough lick the man, I wanna beat the man like enough pick me and and I said, Channel star, man. Remember me outside, I watch, I look into the kitchen and I watch what going on, and I say, yo, brother, what is? Oh, me tell my son reach us so. That me say to myself, I say, no, but I this, you know?
Yeah,
I know this, brother.
I
know this, brother. And and Jagga say, yo, ready, and by this time, remember know the sound that string up, you know? Even the sound man don't know where I go on. Mikey don't know where I go on. But and Jagga say, yo, we are left. And a man comes up and put a gun on Jagga's side. I say, yo, left, gonna have to play. So when dance done, remember now, you know, you're playing, you know, not knowing what happen in the morning, you know, brother.
Dance done.
When dance done, you know. When Mr. Clark end up take himself and run and Crazy Rich, by the time Crazy Rich pull up, like a Crazy Rich go park the car, to my understanding. So him and Clark end up left.
Okay.
Seen? So, right. Brother. Dance don't know. And we say, yes, a man of beer grumbling, a beer underbreath, boy, a story. A beer man, a beer school face. See?
Okay.
One top man from Fletcher's done keep me dancing, you know.
Oh, okay.
I think he passed away now, named Castell or something like that. You can look it up. One top man. You ever hear about him? Yeah, man, them say them man like from Jim Rohn era. Yeah, man, them type of man they talk about, brother. And man was say, you know what say? You man, you know the man was, I'm doing like you know say, you know what say? The sound now left. Brother, and, yeah man, the sound now, you have to give back a dance, man. And it's about April, you know, man. And man, you know, link the man for the place and say what go on and thing. And I be a machine around him and I mean the same say, you know, so I record them now, you know. At this time I build my thing, I have more to record them for AFRIQUE, you know.
Cool,
so I record them, you know. See, so I try walk with my record box down one thing. I'm gonna say, look at you. Put on them record this, you know. Let's put on them record right there, so. And stay, so I must say, link the one of the place. I want the next day, and man say September, April, where they, you know. September, when? Man, them take one of the sound for 6 months, bro. And then make up this. Ask Jagga B when you see him. Ask Crazy Rich when them see him. Man, them take away the sound and I record them. My record them gone. I buy me for my record for the next couple months. Alright, so the next dance I keep, you know. Claudia link me. So we played in Philly tonight. Me say, you and who? Me not going. Just bring back my record. Alright. Up till this day, me and Philly not have a good relationship.
Oh, okay.
Up till this day, that's one of the place them where me not play a lot. You know, man, I laugh, and that's real thing, me I tell you.
Oh, yeah?
Real thing, me I
I
tell
don't
you.
know what that thing did.
Serious, me I tell you, say, gun point, me play. Man, stand up on the stage, say so, and I bend upon me. And say so, like if me make a wrong mix. Or, yo, you know what you do, yo? And them things I go through, brother. As a little youth, Jagga B can tell you. Jagga B, I'm a general, because I never forget. All we laugh and I run joke now, because that was how many years ago, 20 odd years ago. I never forget Jagga B. Heard say the man my big cloud in the kitchen and they never hesitate for step in there. For defending brethren. And say, yo, and if he never do that, I probably feel somebody that kill Claude in there.
You don't want so and so?
So that's so now. Remember no, this wasn't Claude's fault, you know. It was actually just a mishap. Back then there was no GPS. Nobody had cell phones back then for no. This was in mid 90s, right? So we never have the GPS. We had this big map you take out, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And so we used to go around. It was just a mishap. The sound man, we carry the sound, he make a wrong turn and lost. That was it. And Claude reached, because I never forget, me and Jagga B to play at Miami the night before. So we flew from Miami to Philly. So we reached the dance actually before them. So the reality is that started a trend that everybody say, AFRIQUE, so you know, man, them get beaten because the man them a double book and them a double book and people start beat, and you know, it wasn't a good vibe. And then, okay, you know, people, that 7-day talk, people talk, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then it just got worse and worse with Claude taking people's bookings and I am take people money and him not turn up and then we end up, people that see me and I say, yo, we book AFRIQUE and I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Who you talk to? Claude. I'm like, yo, John, I told me no, so and so make you not dead, you know. Whoa.
Still, my boy.
Me? Me never take no money.
Yeah.
So I realized, okay, I'm never forget one night. one night now I was playing. This was 1999, 2000. I'm playing in a club in Florida. It was this ex-boxer, forget her name, I even won the club. And ram and everything. And our brother named Sawa we used to par with, and a man got to Sawa and said, yo, Twitch still play AFRIQUE? Because back then, because I was so popular in Miami at this point, they would put Super Twitch from AFRIQUE instead of AFRIQUE with Twitch. So they put my name first there. And so some people say, you know, him still play AFRIQUE? And I say, yeah, I say, you know, the cloud over 60 grand. I say, what? I say, yeah, man, I say, anyone my book cloud are crazy rich them. Wait, 60 grand? When I thought it was 60 grand Jamaican and 60 US. Some show or some business. And I said, no, brother, I can't travel and I worry about my head back because I'm associated. So in 2000, I just decided to say, yo, brother. So in 2000 was when I decided to say, yo, man, worst matter when they jump off and I do him one thing. I say, yo, and stealing the jump before even me and I do him thing. I say, yo,
so you're seeing examples of selectors going solo, working.
Yeah, yes. So I see it first and I say, yo, you know what? I'll try it for it, you know. And that was another struggle, brother.
Before we reach that struggle.
Yeah, man, that was a struggle, you know.
Before we reach that struggle, what was the partying vibe like? What was the relationship then with Claude and Jagga? When
so
you were...
me and Jagga B never have a problem ever till this day. Till this day. Jagga B, big brother, family, my bro, love him no more. What happened was Claude do a show. The real nail in the so to speak, right? Was Claude did a show in 2000. I'll never forget. Broke out 2000 in the name. Wayne Wonder, Sham, Spragga, a lot of people. Right. It was in the summer of when the show done. I think that's where that dude Claude, they take money from him for some show.
Oh, okay.
I think he was part of that, and there was other people saying that Claude had taken money from them, and I said, Chad, and then he just disappeared.
Oh.
Claude disappeared for literally a year to 2 years. AFRIQUE played, no Claude. And then me just decided, that's when in between the song, that's when me decided, say, nah, man, I'm not do this, brother. I'm not do this no more. I had to separate myself from this. Especially with, bro, let me tell you something. If you decide to, all right, say you do a little thing, and you get a food. You see, if you squeeze me a thing, me da feel a little bit obligated for all the line for you. But these monies that you're talking about, we're talking about thousands, hundreds. I'm not talking about, one man says 60 and next man says 100. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? Almost $250,000.
Business them never.
Brother, me, I may never get a dime. Probably somebody cut Dubplate, me don't know. But at the same time, I don't think I shall lose my 3 points for that. So that's where I'm gonna stick on myself. And at this point, nobody was even talking to Claude. Nobody could have find Claude until him rectify when I rectify, or in rectify I left the sound, him have me up.
Oh, I'm vexed.
In the vex, I left the sound. I said, star, this and that. I'm here through the grapevine, and I'm like, whatever.
I think Steely left before you.
Steely left before me, yeah.
And at the same type of vibe? Or no?
I think Crazy Rich and Crazy Rich and him did have a problem.
Okay.
So it was a thing where, yeah, two of them have a problem and Steely was like, yo, whatever, and cut. Yeah. You know? So
you left the sound 2000?
2000, I believe AFRIQUE sound.
Okay. Going solo that time now. And was there challenges even before you moved to Florida?
Yeah.
Were there challenges during the early stages of the solo run in New York?
New York. So I think everything happened the same time. To be honest with you, when I decided to leave AFRIQUE Sound, I was really doing a lot of gigs in Florida, and Florida they love me. Miami they love me. So that gave me that kind of safety net when I myself say, yo, you know what? I was at work at Florida. I was get and like, so I lived in Florida for 5 years without anybody knowing that I lived in Florida. I always thought I was in New York because for some reason, you know, once you are an out-of-towner, you know, the money's more, and people still gravitate to you more. So I would go play ball at Florida during the week, and I left tomorrow. I go to New York tomorrow. Everybody thought I still live in New York when I was actually not. I had moved. So for the first 2 to 3 years, most people never know somebody live in Florida. So I basically based in Florida from the jump. So
Okay.
I would do more gigs in Florida, and then fly go New York, I would do 1 and 2 here and there. But New York, because of the whole AFRIQUE thing, was a thing where I kind of did take on myself from to as well, because that stigma, the stigma, I kind of have to separate myself, brother. I literally had to explain all these things to my sons, because me and my son was so close at the time, and when I had to make that move to Florida, they didn't get it. And when my son grew up, my older son was like, "Dad, like you left me," I said, "And I really left me, but you see, the only way I could actually support, was to make that move." I know that he's a man and he have a mute now, so I really understand. I have to sit him and explain what had happened, why daddy did have to make that move, even though it was a thing when I left his mother. I mean, the mother never read, but they knew that daddy was picking them up from school and blah, 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 and then one day daddy wasn't doing it. You know what I mean? So I had to explain that to them. So them, that are part of the struggle too, brother. That are part of the struggle. That are part of the struggle.
So on the ground in Florida, which were the big sounds you go down there to see?
When we reach, we'll have a Dubplate to even tell you Waggy T, your Roadblock, Richie D. Richie D was always a prominent.
And I think by this time, Magic is down there already.
So Magic actually made the move and there, Florida. But then as soon as Magic got Florida, he end up losing visa. So he end up in there Jamaica. So even and we can talk this real thing. Even the apartment where Matron have, when me actually, I mean, end up take the apartment.
Okay.
Because if end up left, I mean just take the apartment.
That works, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you can imagine him do an interview and I mention me, I'm afraid. Oh, you want to do an interview with Mataran now? You talk about everybody would like you. And your brother, you remember me? You have to remember me because guess what? No, I don't want to talk about Mataran, but how can I tell my story and don't mention Tony Mataran when we have intricate part? It's like if me not talk about
have a lot to say, man.
I have too much and get him too distracted.
Yeah.
It's like, me go do interview, I have to talk about Spragga.
Yeah, because we don't reach around
I'm going to reach this yet. All right.
We don't reach this yet. So you went solo now and built your brand and your name in Florida.
So even, and I think it was a preemptive strike on my part as far as, even when I was playing AFRIQUE, as I told you, I literally asked the promoter them, Super Twitch from AFRIQUE. I always put my name, because for some reason I felt like, because, all right, so what I realized is that when AFRIQUE was being booked in Florida, they would just want me. It's Twitch, Twitch. So I say, yeah, I work with this, All right. Promoter, make sure you put Super Twitch from AFRIQUE. When them know say Twitch. You understand what I say? So I kind of did that.
Yeah, soak your name in that.
Yes, I did that. That's what I did. I that was purposeful and deliberate. So when I started down in Florida, it was an easy transition.
It was?
It was an easy transition
okay.
to transition to Florida because, as I said, I already
said. Saw the seeds them
right.
Already, man.
So you talk about the biggest promoter, you talk about Richard Great Music, who used to keep a thing called G-Spot.
Good event there.
On a Saturday, Rames thing. You can't miss off a G-Spot. G-Spot is there, can't miss.
Yeah.
So his top players were Stone Love, Renaissance, Richie used to be the host DJ.
Okay.
And his top players throughout the year would be Stone Love. Anytime Stone Love got to Florida, they would play for Richie Great Music. So it became a thing where whenever Twitch played in Florida, it would be Richie Great Music. So I make sure I formed that alliance. Mataran, the same thing. Even before we went on our solo careers, he would book Addies, he would book AFRIQUE. So we had this relationship with him, so to speak, musically. And from then, we talk about Butterfucker. Butterfucker was a big promoter back then. We used to have a Friday thing called Rockers Island, So we were embedded in the system in Florida.
So like you make some money in Florida, too, man.
No, man, Florida was a place called them time that once they say Super Twitch, Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And I like,
Yeah.
And a joke thing.
So you were solo for, say, 5 years running, because I think it was 2005 when you created
Supersonic. Right. So what really happened, and I don't know if you know the story. I sick,
Oh yeah?
I'm supposed to do a show, I remember I was supposed to do Atlanta, then Canada. And I remember one of my BM them called me. I'm in a cusp on the phone.
Yeah.
Real talk, brother. Me and I cusp on the phone, I'm gonna get so angry and I cuss. I remember saying I'm about to kill about the same month, right? So we have the killer syndrome. I'm gonna cuss, I'm take my phone and fling it. And brother, it's like, I never forget, I feel that pain. Which side of it? Feel that pain, so. You know? And then every time I breathe, I start feel the pain right there, it start stick me, you know? Now pit no mind. And I start cough with it now. And I'm going to hospital. Probably the Wednesday or the Thursday before I'm supposed to go away to Atlanta and then to Toronto the weekend. And when I go to the hospital, crazy, go to the hospital in Miramar and send me home, give me whatever they might give me for the cough. Oh, you have a bronchitis, upper respiratory, whatever, bronchitis, whatever. And the next day, they might knock on my door.
Oh.
Because they did an X-ray for my chest. And the person who was supposed to read X-ray at the time wasn't there.
Okay.
Because I went there late the night. So when the person come in the morning and see it, they must say, what, wait. And this is the man had lung collapse.
Oh.
So I had a pinhole. I fear to them call it, they have a name for it whenever. Because if you know, your lungs is very like this, like, you know. So I had a pinhole, hole in my lungs. So my lungs was 30%.
Oh. The man who make beer nice.
Yeah, okay.
Drink and a smoke.
Bro,
and then
yes. It was 30%, so boom, I'm rush them and them send for me. And because if anything happened to me, me have to sue the death of my family, sue the hospital because them shouldn't even let me go home.
Okay.
After seeing the X-ray, whatever. So boom, I spend 7 days in the hospital. Miss my party, miss the dance in Atlanta, miss the dance in Toronto. And while I miss them dance there, I realize I'm gonna get the money because it's not a regular job.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying to myself, I'm not gonna really continue. The solar thing sounds good on paper, but if I can't make it to a dance, I don't make any money. Yeah, I'm gonna make the money. And that's the first thing that forward to my mind was that. And then by the end of the year, that's when Smoky Fire, joined the song, because by this time I had a clash with Black Chiny.
Yeah, that's 2005, yeah, man.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
how Smoky and
Final mission, I think that dance.
Final mission, so I end up have to beat up Chiny youth them. Same Chiny youth them, I matter and big up, But me beat up, yeah, big them up. So, yeah, I'm Uncle Petty. Uncle Twitch and Uncle Petty. Yeah. So it ended up saying I saw Smoky join the sound. And then that's how the whole Super Sound thing started.
And then Kareem joined.
But it was always my intention to have a sound system where even if I can't make it, I'm supposed to be able to make money.
Send a team out there.
I send a team. I want to create that thing where, and to be honest, I Stone Love.
You're looking at the Stone Love model as well.
Yeah, Stone Love model as well. I myself, Weepo is a genius within himself to have this model where Stone Love is playing 7 different places around the world. You know what I mean? And regardless of what, you can't grow in that. This is a business. We're in music business.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's where I thought within myself that, have to find a way to create other people around me that can stand on their 2 feet and represent.
So,
that's
sustainable, man.
Something sustainable. Just like I think Claude them and Jagga them, set the thing for me,
Right.
So that was the only mission at that point.
Yes.
For me.
You have a physical sound. You have a physical sound.
But then, still, I have stuff, but not have a sound like.
Okay.
Nobody now do that again.
People still do that, man. They want to go down to St. Elizabeth.
No, Jamaica, but I foreign when you think about it, the man not really. You better hear the sound.
Okay.
Most man, if they better hear the sound, more than I would say, me with my old self that I want my father something. Yeah. Lift up which box,
man, you have. Remember, so build out the business, so you have some boxman and technician and
it's a boxman and foreign, them different, them man they want insurance.
A dangerous opportunity.
Yeah, man, you see me?
I need some clarification on something. Because I know that there was a Super Sound in New York as well.
Right. So you can tell that story there too.
Tell me.
So within when we start Super Sound, I had no idea about Super Sound in New York.
Right.
We just had do our thing and whatever. So I remember one day a Virgin called me from Tech 9. I said, yo brother, say, you have a son in New York named Super Sound? I say, who them? I said me from a couple youth, a Guyanese youth, and they were island people, island and whatever. I say, And I make 2 calls, I call a bridge and I use them Johnny Killer, and Johnny Killer used to mix them at Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Which are my youth, one of our youth them too. Johnny Killer say, yeah man, I know them, I'm good. And I say, you know, them say them want to link with you. And I'm telling you this, from Bill Supersonic 2005, probably 2006 was when I made that link.
Okay.
And they wanted to join forces from then. And I didn't.
Oh,
But I never, no, I didn't. We met several times. Several times, we had meetings several times. And I just never felt it. We were ready for that. Because, let me tell you something, brother. It's all fine and dandy to merge sounds. It's all fine and dandy to make a business merger. But our business is not only about signing paper. Our business is not about just, okay, 2 sound from, okay, but no, it's about your reputation. It's about who you are. It's about what you stand for. It's about, I had to know who these guys were.
Yep.
Before I made a decision. And guess what? I never said, because when I met them, they were absolutely good youths when I met them. But I took my time and just make it play itself out. And the 2 youth, them Replo and Lipe, 2 of my best friends them right now. Nice. 2 of the nicest youth them I could have ever met. For somebody we never grew up with, them youth them I can call anytime and say, yo brother, you know sir, where, and them say, all right uncle, where, like they are so good youth, so real good youth them. So as I say, I had to take time to know them, to say if you're, and then I think probably when we actually decided to do it, years later. I would think probably 10 years later.
Okay.
A good while. It took a while, man. Because I remember during this time when I still try to build my super sound too, you know.
Right.
At the same time, I had to be fair to Smokey and Kareem as well.
True.
I had to be fair to myself to actually see if I can bust this sound as my sound without having to pull or to take somebody else's whatever they were doing in New York. I never want to take that either. I don't want it to do what we are do. So it had to take some time to build what we are built. That's what me to believe, and you know.
Makes sense.
Yeah, man. But no, we're good, and you know, we have Supersonic New York, Supersonic Florida, and we have a team, absolute great team.
Yes.
The whole Supersonic family. Yeah, man. It's great.
And I think eventually Kareem moved on.
Yeah, man.
I think he created the Landmark sound.
Yes. So Landmark is really an extension of Supersonic.
Oh, okay.
And I can say that. And Kareem, it's a tape. Kareem, I'm a brother. Yeah, I'm a little brother. Like literally, like Kareem grew up basically like how Jagga B them and Claude them grow me. So Kareem grew around me. And when besides say I move on, we used to use a slogan. You know, every song like you there say Stone Love, World Immortal.
Stone Love Standalone.
Stone Love Standalone. It used to be Super Sound, the Landmark sound.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
So when he move on, he grab the Landmark. I say, go on with it. Everything all right. You understand? But really, so him have Kareem's, Landmark sound, and it's same family because him keeping party there. I was there. My party keep last year. He was there. Yeah. We still, I mean, don't get me wrong. We had issues and we had things where, but man, it was like, okay, you leave. I respect my dad. No, it wasn't that.
Okay.
It was things where,
I appreciate the honesty and that still, because I never know that.
No, man, yeah, man. I mean, it's a thing where he imparted in a way where I never did like. I'm not gonna really take up time because, it's not really not what we can even talk about.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that.
No, man, I'm a little brother. To this day, so wife there. Which part we eat Thanksgiving dinner? Over female, and them never poison away. That mean we're good.
We're true, man. Yeah,
Big up Kareem, Landmark.
You establish your own brand, your own sound, and it's doing well.
Yes, man. I give thanks, man. Give thanks, man. Because it's good to see something where you actually put your whole energy into, flourish into something where, when people see your sound name on a flyer, they must say, yeah, man. To man go there, all right. Super sound, all right. We like that. You know what I mean? Experience a good feeling.
The clash. I love sound.
You know, I haven't clashed since the whole Black China thing. We never really clashed since then. And the reason being, for me, I feel like if we clash, we're supposed to make some money out of it.
Oh, okay, I understand.
And what the offers I'm get, but I don't like them.
But that's have this thing when I think sound for dead, yeah, so I just mean
No,
that,
nothing wrong with that sound for dead. No, sometimes for the sound for dead, brother.
Yeah, I was ask that.
You know, so and let me tell you something, bro. I cut the amount of money I have spent in cutting Dubplate. I'm so clash, brother.
Okay, so you're armed and dangerous.
Armed, dangerous, bad uncle.
Bad uncle.
On the ground.
And as I said that, see in the Super Twitch catalog, the Super Sound catalog. Give me 5 Dubplate where them Dubplate they now go miss when you start use them.
Wow. 5 Dubplate. Channel Star. Out of all the dubs that me have.
Yeah, what you have?
A Channel Star. This sound away.
You still have your free catalog?
No, me not.
Use it?
No.
Okay.
I splice some of them.
Makes sense, brother. Why that?
With the free. Yeah, man, I splice a couple of them.
What you have to do?
No, I splice a couple because alright, so some of them AFRIQUE dub there. I can't tell you a Beenie Man dub where AFRIQUE have what me take it and them. Claude didn't know. I when Claude was alive, Claude know. Him laugh because I was the one who go for Beenie Man.
Beenie Man and Tanya Stevens?
Not even the one, but them take that one there. But I take the Beenie Man Tanya Stevens. It was the other one where actually me done one that's studio, him give me the key and said, brother, no engineer in there. Me engineer the dub, me go for Beenie Man. Everything, vice the dub. So afterwards I'm saying, and so happens that Beenie Man barely called AFRIQUE name.
So
It's like a Twitch dub. So one of my favorite dubs AFRIQUE ever had. I still play it now and them say, when I play it, but still them play it, no business.
Yeah, but then as no matter where you're going, you're still a part of.
No, it's still my sound.
Yeah.
No. Listen, and I tell people all the time, even though Supersonic is my sound, I love AFRIQUE more than because I became a man around AFRIQUE song.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Run the Dubplate them for the other man.
One
of some Dubplate we enjoy playing then, man.
One of my biggest dubs them, and if anybody who knows Supercat, I have a Baby Sham dub, which tells it's like an interview. This interview tells the history of Super Twitch. They get a story, Super Twitch story. One of my most famous dubs them. I have another dub, the Mission dub with Steven and Damien.
Oh.
Where everybody teeth.
Dub that's
No, everybody teeth it. The man in teeth have to take up my name.
Oh yeah.
So hear me splice, them splice my dub too.
Yeah,
the one that said from 90s, it's from 90s to Flatbush, from Bushwick to Eastern. Alright. Them take up my name out tight and put them take up my mind. That is my dub. Me write everywhere.
Will live in on Twitch.
Alright, me see that. So we don't have to go far. Yeah man, that's one of my biggest dub them too as well.
A big dub that.
We have a couple Damien dubs, we have a couple Spragga dubs, we have a couple Bounty Killer dubs where we can't, you know?
Yeah, I understand what you answer, man.
Yeah,
see?
man.
Which artist you enjoy cutting the most? Like, anytime you have a session with the artist there, it's just a vibe. It's a natural energy and vibration. You think just easy.
Nowadays, or from back then?
Anytime. Right?
Because it's not like what it used to be.
Oh, it's different.
It's different now, because I'm more likely to send for a tune. That's new. Like, it's not like that anymore.
Who gave you the most joy, you know, in the studio?
Well, I mean, we still love Vice Killer, brother.
Killer?
Yeah, man.
Why?
It's Killer, just the energy that he had. Even when that's his persona. Because remember now, you know, my Vice Killer from None of Mercy. Well, this is from them. You're right. So me Vice Killer from them telling me. So I saw the growth. Yo, in the wickedest thing, me, the reason with Killer was something one day, and he remembered the first time that I denied him. Like, I didn't know who he was.
Oh.
He remembered. So
don't forget them things.
I remember.
Artists on a wall, don't forget them things.
I didn't know who he was, but I knew the song.
Okay.
So when Angel Doulas forward, I said, yo, they over there, so them Bounty Hunter, you know. We have a tune name, them talk about dub for dub. See me? Then back then we have cut straight to Dubplate. I was in jam. I remember the day clearly. I voiced Sanchez, I voiced Admiral Bailey, and I also voiced Ninja Kid. Cause them tell me and Ninja Kid apart. Don't ask me why. He come from East.
Oh yeah,
I'm a friend, man. I'm a friend. So Ninja Kid was going to voice boom bye bye between the girl them leg. Right. And we had that was one space left on the dub. And Angel Doulas forward and said, yo, Killer, on time about show name, talk about dub for dub. I say, show me the youth, and I see the youth over there, one X-Hat, and one vest, and see so. Because Killer have the image before him bust, you know. Yeah. Nobody feel like an image him come growing, you know. Him have the image from a long time. I said, we know the tune, but AFRIQUE now gonna get in on a clash like that for play the dub for dub. So we can't, so we rate that, but we can't, so we deny him. So, probably about a few months later, I go Super D. Well, I walk to Super D. Park we can walk to Super D. And me a man say, Twitch, AFRIQUE, look on. You don't want to voice me, you have to come voice me now, because them tell me him have lodge, him have spy fit die, copper shot, him have the whole of the thing them. And probably, I never get to voice him on that trip, and the next trip, I go voice him. And think about it, even though I kind of started denying him, he understood that it wasn't his time. I've never him remind me.
Him not forget.
Him remind me, but no, we always had a great relationship until Matter and I almost mashed up, but that's another story.
Yeah, that's another story. Which rhythm you enjoy cutting dub plates on the most?
Punani rhythm.
Good rhythm, man.
Yeah, great rhythm. I can talk so much about the Punani rhythm. You have the turbo Punani, you have the slow Punani, sometimes you have the fast Punani, and then you have the in-between Punani rhythm. That rhythm is just the rhythm. Like, right now, I counted the other day, I have a rhythm that we made. Jamaica have a rhythm, a Punani rhythm, a version of the Punani rhythm, which I and my brethren, DJ Reem, Champion Squad, we kind of made a version of it. And I counted how much songs I have on it. And I 35 tune me up on the like for days.
1 and 2 hours.
Yes, for days. So Punani rhythm has always been the rhythm. From my youth I grew up till now. It's always been that rhythm. I think is my favorite and is the long-standing dancehall rhythm that stands predominant. True. People will say other rhythms. You can say Slim Thing, you can say Love Punani Bad, but Punani rhythm is the rhythm. What do you think, Rasarela? Yeah, man. Punani rhythm, man.
Yeah. So, encompassing all your journey now, Zane, from back then till now, which sound or selector you enjoyed playing alongside against the most? It's a different vibe. You understand the energy. If they go turn out in a clash, it's going to be a good clash. Like something special about stringing up against that sound, playing against that sound or that selector.
In recent times, I love playing alongside Waggity. Who else? I think Jazzy T.
Okay.
Jazzy T. No, Jazzy T. More than even Waggity. Jazzy T is a 9, bro. Him always feel like he's better than me.
Oh yeah.
Him bad enough. Jazzy T bad enough. But when I play alongside Jazzy T now, I get to, because him full of tune, for one, and I'm going like him a nerd, but him bad. So that's a trick.
Yeah.
And him pull out some things out of my head, some like literally, mentally, he make it dig deep in your box for tune. And yeah, man, so Jazzy T is one of them out there. Yeah, it was a challenge.
The sounds that you never play. Zane, is there a sound you ever look on and say, no, sir, I think I could end play that sound and rule the rules there? Like, you ever have, any thoughts of, I wish I did play that sound there?
I think Stone Love.
Stone Love.
I think, and you know, it's crazy. The other day, Google Mental said it to me that, when a conversation, I don't want to know how the conversation started, but he said to me, I know why we Paul, because you fit the Stone Love model, but it's not really Stone Love, but the Stone Love model is really the AFRIQUE model, so it's really so it come full circle. Right. So it's the same thing, how we grow, the classic AFRIQUE, the Stone Love, it's all one thing, and I emulated myself off of that. I've always felt that I can present myself in any genre, in any arena, and present myself properly. And I think, when you play Stone Love, you have to be that selector. You have to be that selector. You're supposed to get, okay, it's a soul to soul, you have to play a soul to soul. If it's a reggae event, like Rasarela reggae event, AFRIQUE can play a reggae.
Yeah.
You understand what I say?
I like that plug there.
Wicked!
We like that plug there, man. What event you again, Ras?
Reggae was said. Reggae was said. No, but if you understand, when you play songs...
But I'm going to say one of them times, Reggae was said.
Yeah.
All right,
when you play songs like Stone Love, and like as I said, these songs, like, you have to be able to play in any event. You know what I mean? So I believe that, if I was to play a song, it would probably be Stone Love. And I would be an easy fix.
Yeah.
Easy,
You'd have seen many sounds and heard many sounds, eh? Down the years, which sound is your favorite Clash sound?
Bass Odyssey.
Bass Odyssey. So, who's your favorite Clash selector then?
Of all time?
Yes.
Squingy.
Well, But me ask you again because sometimes the sound, for whatever reason, but you have a different selector.
Right.
Yeah.
Because all right, let's say this. Even though I say Squingy, the reason why I say Squingy is what I've seen Squingy did. I never asked somebody, I never listened on a cassette, I never watched the video. I see it for myself. There was a Canadian, some sort of a Canadian world clash, and I saw Squingy play the song by himself, without DJ Mark, without Glamour G, without anybody, playing records, standing on a bandstand, mixing, not missing a mix. You know how bad Squingy is when I'm mix. People forget that. They only think about with him and DJ Mark. I saw him standing on a bandstand, a mix and a mix speech and a level and a drop song. And I said, that you your dog. Different. But also Panther is the funniest.
Yeah, which is true.
No homo, funny.
When they come on the craft and
like
speech.
Oh my, Panther. Yeah? True. And then Supa is another one where just talk some things more time, you know what I mean? And then Mataran is in a class by himself, honestly. What Mataran do, it's never been done before to the level where him do it.
The first big selector and big artist.
Big artist, I mean, to a clash. Mataran was clashing today, within work clash today and juggling the next night. And none of them never really do that. Not one of them did what he did.
Major Giant for sure, man.
Yeah, man. You saw the man do interview and call my name? You saw my time I call him name, brother? Why, Twitch, you're a fool in the youth.
He might go correct when me interview, man.
Jaja. Can you remind him?
You can ask him.
Yeah, you can ask him. Oh, you do that, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, man.
No, man, but for real, so when you talk about bass studies, always because bass studies did a juggling killing that I liked. Yeah?
Big machine, man.
Yes, man.
And
I'm not like Squingy was one of my good friend them too. One of my good friends, and we had a good, you know, when time him see me, I mean, not to say this because he's not there, but I'm a virgin like that, and yeah, man. Yeah, one of them youth, man. You know?
So,
big up Lenny too, Lenny, I'm a virgin too.
I know you say you love Stone Love still, but what was your favorite juggling sound from back in the days? Come right through. If you then pay your money just to go and dance, or you listen to that sound and juggle.
In a city.
In a city.
Yeah. Even though they were like rivals with Stone Love, like Mark Jagan and Danny.
Mark Jagan was your
So even first time Rory hear me talk, Rory's like, because when everybody was trying to sound like Rory, I was trying to sound like Danny. That's right. So Danny used to talk. So we used to use a little bit of Rory, a little bit of Danny, because we were all following everybody back then. See, no homo. And end of the day, Danny and Mark Jagan, they me bad.
Yes.
In the city, that's some tune too.
Of all the sounds we ever see string up, yeah? Which sound is the sweetest sound in the sound system you ever hear?
No star.
Like,
we ain't gonna do this for now.
When that string up.
Chano. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you about a dance. So this is a perfect dance for me to tell you about. Stadium East. Island Clash. You did that, Rasarola? Inner City, Super Saints, Exodus, Stone Love. 4 giants, right?
Right.
Inner City was CD quality before CD invented.
Okay.
Don't talk.
Inner City was CD quality before the
Allow me to tell brother?
CDs.
Inner City had the cleanest sound. I mean, anybody who, them will talk it. Mark Jagan till this day is one of the biggest technician, sound engineer, sound builder around the world. People fly him all over the place just to build them sound. City, when City turn on, brother.
Sweet.
Jeez.
Yeah. See,
So, sorry.
You have a very long-standing and deep friendship with Spragga Benz. And we anyone to an extent.
Yeah, man.
How you and Spragga became such good friends?
Everyone go and follow me.
Yeah.
So I met Carlos, not Spragga. I met Carlos probably 1990, I would say. I was playing Blackstone at the time.
Okay.
And so it's ironic that we were playing right at Paradise Street there was a bar right at Paradise Street and Winward Road, which we the one that lived down the road from there so back then. Yeah. So I met Carlos there, and I remember and Weber tell me say, yo, from Kirk, man, come from up at the Ray and this and that, and I remember him wanting a cassette. wanted the cassette from the net. So back then we never have no phone or no cell phone and things. So when a man say, yo, I come link you, I say, yeah man, I never premier recorder is.
I know the cassette vibration, man.
He's a man on the bicycle come check me and I suck him, me and him start link. So then, you know, we would link here and then we go dance. Every time we see my dance, you know, we'd link up and and this and that, and then how we really was when I went to New York to live, and I forward 1992. We forward for Rory Dance. Rory keep a dance up at Student Union, AFRIQUE and Stone Love, and me and Jagabi and Claude forward for that dance there. So I forward. Remember, I left 91, you know.
Right.
So I not play the music, but come back and play a big sound from New York, you know, brother. That's a part of the story too, though. You left out the part there.
Nah, man, just go and talk now.
All right. So we forward now, forward the big sound, and there's a big excitement and rate and we got studio for Voice. I remember the day we went to studio, me and Claude went to studio for Voice, Caperton, was it Wayne and Bujo. And I remember because me and Wayne have the link, it was an easy link. Claude didn't actually know him from before because they used to voice him differently, but when they realized, no man, me and Wayne good, where. So we link Wayne and we link Bujo and we meet up at Arrows. And when we go to Arrows, we say, Carlos, sit down in the studio. And I say, Carlos, what you doing? I say, my artist. I said, Jesus Christ. That's the first thing I said. I was like, bro, really? I was so annoyed by him saying he was an artist. But I said, brother, 1 year I left and Ghana, you come back, you're an artist? He must say, yeah, man, I'm an artist, man. My name is Spragga Rhodes. I said, God, fine. Okay. And I remember we voice over Vice, and Country Ranks did have a tune at the time too. Country Ranks did have a tune. Come here now, I'm see you pop me hard. We don't want to voice that tune there, so we left two, like Country Ranks never reached the studio, so we left 2 space for the Dubplate for Country Ranks. See me? And by the time 8 o'clock the night, by the time whatever, Spragga forward on a bike. I say, yo, we do 2 tune phone, you know. Some say, put a space. I say, want to cut it? You must say, you have to pay for that. The man, Claude, cost me. How you make your friend? Vice man, rare. I say, don't make no man do nothing better. I'm just Vice. The 2 tune was cock it up, jack it up.
Dig out the red.
You dig out the red, and the other one was back it. Shut him up, shut off him head. Long time the DVD sound every day. Them 2 tune up and Stone Up on the rhythm. And I had that tune probably for 2 to 3 months.
You know, play.
And I play what? Never play them. I will never forget, but probably, as I said, 6 months later, some girl come to my African crew, Linda and Darius forward. I say, yo, you have the tune name, cock it up, jack it up, I mash up Jamaica. I say, what tune that? With the skinny youth from Korea. I say, my brother, what you talking about? I say, my brother, what you talking about?
Yeah.
And so I play the song, the girl them go up on them head top, brother. You know, I dance with them and I play the dub. And when we go back to Jamaica now, we say, no, here we go. I have to voice it over.
Okay.
That was an early Spragga.
Vice still not
Yes, still never really developed to the way where. And then when we reach Jamaica now, I stole the biggest dub them. Go also the other night and stole pay 35 times. Every time it reach, knock it up, dig out the red, blah, gunshot. Me I say, what is? I say, no man, and some end up voice it over. And then at this point, in my mind, I say, chow. One it wonder, and give me a next tune, Red Alert. Red Alert, when they can see me, and then Coulda Deal, on the same rhythm, top 10 rhythm. Never forget, because before Coulda Deal, everybody do it on Love on the body, everybody do it on the top 10 rhythm. So it was Red Alert, Coulda Deal, and then Steely gave me frog rhythm. Me the first sound man, Steely and Clevie, gave me frog rhythm, and said, yo, why spanner rhythm here? Put an in the ear, right, still with everything there. And that's how we end up. Africa have a wicked juggling on frog rhythm, because Steely say that rhythm there. When everybody say earthquake rhythm, and build all of them, he gave me say, yo, take this, take frog.
And just like that.
Yeah man. Yes. So from there, so we and him, you know, we've been, you know, brothers since then, and it's just been the journey, you know what I mean? And you don't know, right now, anywhere Spragga there in the world, Twitch are going there.
Nice. And as I said, Twitch are going there, Twitch to some place. I never know say I act, I'm a boss. Right now, about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 to 5 movie credits to your name.
Yeah, about 4 of them. Yeah. So the first movie was Ladies Night Out. Bambina did a movie there too. And that's the first movie we do.
Man, that wasn't your first movie. The first movie was Broken Babylon.
No, but is it a movie there now?
But I first when you're coming out.
Yeah, but you want me to count that as credit now? Can't you be there in the back? It's to be there over one part, one far part.
You name that credit?
No, brother. They never put me there. But me in the movie, but apart, but we did
You were the selector a selector.
Yeah, I was a selector in that, but they never give me the credit or nothing.
Oh, so you're not really technical?
No.
Then? Okay,
It's the end of the movie,
so.
the boss big now, a different thing. We don't have to go for it. But not go on.
But you don't know what you wrote that. See?
That was years
That
ago.
was your first foray into the acting.
Right. And then we do
space.
Ladies Night Out.
I think Bambina is in Ladies Night Out.
Right. And
Second.
Stacey, there's a girl named Stacey and Rose who actually she does HBO The Ballers with The Rock.
Oh.
She's actually the lead actress in that movie. So
Oh.
yeah, she actually went on to have a very good career in acting. And then you know Spragga is on that journey. And then you know before even that we did What Goes Around. You know
Flipper is in that.
Flipper Mafia, Noah, Ding Dong.
Oh, Ding
Dong Unite.
Oh, never
You're right. And Noah. And yeah man, so that's a good vibe. You know?
And then Second Chance.
Second Chance is Spragga, me and a couple other people, and
Second Chance was 2022.
22. Right.
And then the latest one, Unbelievable.
Which is set to be released on Prime Video and all them streaming platforms very, very soon.
I don't watch it yet still.
No.
I saw the trailer.
The trailer.
Today. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in the research, you see some things.
Yeah.
As I say, when I always tell people, I never come here and tell them man, so I know all things. You know. It's one interview at a time, and I learn as I go along. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So we sit down.
You do a great job, brother.
Yeah, give thanks on it. I appreciate that. So the man a big selector on one part, big actor on one part. You enjoy acting?
So
I
actually,
just do it because.
So I've always been a character, you know.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
I mean being a selector, not
So being a selector. So I was talking to Chris Daly the other day about it. And I told him that me and my reason, you know, Chris has been acting since Wapping Philip. Johnny. Yeah. He's been doing it forever. And Johnny said to me, say, yo, being a selector is actually that's what selectors do, real selectors. And I thought that because whenever
perform for your audience, man.
Whenever I play a Bounty Killer song, whenever I play a Spragga song, I become an artist in that moment. I'm supposed to be able to Bounty Killer what I'm supposed to represent. So yeah, it's kind of sort of acting too. You know what I mean? So we've been doing that forever. So when this kind of fall on my plate, the hours are different, and I'm not used to the hours per se. So that took a while to adjust to, you know. But no, I think I'm way better at it, as far as, you know, assigning my hours to the days. Because if you go to a shoot, you know, you might have 3 or 4 scenes to do, and that's 3 or 4 days.
Oh.
It can be 3 or 4 hours, depending on what happens. You never know if the lighting is right. Just like even when we're doing this,
right.
you know how lighting is important. So there's so many different things, and you have to have patience, and you have to be in the moment. And one of the things that I learned about acting, and the last film that we did, there's a scene where it was very serious. Very serious. Because my character was a jovial character, but then something happened that was life-changing, and it became very serious. And I'm telling my best friend, who's called Spragga in the movie, and I'm telling him the story. And when I'm done telling him the story of what happened to me, it was so deep that when it cut, everybody on the set was either clapping or crying. It was, they were so involved, and so it was so depthy, right? But tell you this or tell you that. Not saying that I'm a great actor or not. I'm just saying that I could not get out of that funk, of that mood that I was in when I played that moment. It stuck with me. I couldn't do. So because I'm telling you, my character was a jovial character. So I did this like probably the first scene of the day, and then I had to do jovial things for the rest of the day, and everything else was a mess. I had to take a break, brother, because I could not get out of how deep I got into character because of how sad that story was.
Big actor.
Bro, man, I don't understand.
That's what I think about.
No, seriously, so it took me a while to get out of it. So I can just imagine you know, being on a bigger scale, when you have to do certain movies, how, and that's why some of them actors they lose their mind. I mean, definitely don't want to reach this up, but I can see where you get caught up so emotional into your character, you know what I mean?
Understand.
Yeah, man.
Understand.
So that's what we learn about it, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love performing in movies and things. Yeah.
Yeah. How many songs you have recorded? I came across one, Bad Mind, Killer With You and Kareem Hype, produced by Deli Ranks.
Right.
How many of that
Well,
singles you have recorded?
I have Girl's Anthem with me and Kareem again.
Okay.
And I did a one line. In the next song I did because it's really Kareem, to be honest with you. But then I Kareem do want to do some things and I was just going along with him and we have a voice and just say, yo, we could just do it. You know what I mean? But it's not nothing that is my forte.
Right.
Or something that I want to do.
Sometimes I saw them things that run whistling and everything.
Right. And I'm like, it's one of them things there. And then we'll produce a couple of songs, produce a couple of rhythms, me and him together, and then I produce my last production that I did was a Sanchez song.
Oh.
I did a Sanchez song, a cover for Dennis Brown. With Dennis Brown. For Delroy Wilson.
Okay.
Sorry. The Better Must Come. We did that during the pandemic because I thought we were going through so much. And
makes sense. Very apt.
Yeah, right.
Sense,
So I thought, and I called him and say, yo, singer, you know someone want you do this? Yeah, and he said, yeah, definitely. And you know, we build the rhythm and we send it to him. And yeah, a nice vibe.
Outside of Supersonic, you have also, you know, gotten involved in other business ventures.
Right.
You are a restaurant owner.
Yeah, part owner of a restaurant called Duns River Island Cafe in Hollandale, Jamaica, Hollandale in Florida.
Okay.
Right. And we've been doing it since 2017. Yeah, so we can now hold out, you know.
A good stretch that.
Yes, we've been through a lot of things.
8 years that, you know,
yeah, counting, yeah, man. So we've been doing that, and it's been doing well.
Jamaican cuisine,
yes,
or it's
Jamaican cuisine, man. Yeah, Jamaican restaurant, and you know, with a little bit of, you add some little things to it, but for the most part, it's a Jamaican, West Indian thing. Yeah,
so
man.
how has it been, you know, trying to balance being a selector, being a father, businessman, and so actor around this, so artist, this, so producer, this, so.
It's tough for me personally. I've always find time for do what I need to do. I don't waste time, brother. Like me not like for me, like if I'm music, if me not go play music, you know, see me just them days are done. So I have to find a way for balance out everything. You know, with the kids them, you don't know. You know, we have 9 kids, so we have to realize that boy, the kids them, you know, enough of them older, and enough of them still young. So we still try our best to be a part of their life as much as we can, and we still have to balance that. So it's a lot of work, and with the business. You know, when we just started, I used to be hands-on, feel like Twitch have to do this, Twitch have to do that. Yeah. So the older the business gets, the more the business grow, you find yourself, so you don't really have to be there per se.
Delegate.
Right, it's not when we just started, it was tough. It was really tough. You know, I didn't understand the business too, being in the restaurant business. Let's be fair. I'm a selector, sound man. So when a man say, all right, well, let's do this, and you realize it's not just when you say not just the food good or it's about the service, about, you know, and everybody knows Twitch, brother. So when somebody forward and something now go right, the first person, yo, what Twitch there, yo? The oxtail, the rice. Yeah, so it goes. So it was tough, you know, but as we say, we have grown and we've gotten way better as far as understanding the business, and yeah. It's a journey, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I'm glad for know, say, you know, you come out of the challenging stages and hopefully in the money-making stages, you know.
Why?
I'm going to reach it more than near.
No, we're not that far.
Oh, okay, all right. We're glad to
hear that. If I'm balance out, we're not that far. Yeah, man.
But looking at the journey so far, my bro, when you assess it, when you look at it, what is that thing or those things that, you know, give you a sense of gratitude? You look on it and say, yes, I appreciate this about the journey so far.
For me personally, and I'm always a simple youth. Not a simpleton, but I'm a simple youth. And when I say that, I mean, there's certain things will never faze me. And the fact that I am sitting here with you, having this conversation, 37 years into playing music. And we are talking about 1988 is when we started this thing. And it was never, as I said, it was never career choice.
And
you know,
I had 3.
Channel star. Brother.
Or 2 or 3.
See,
Yeah.
the reality is to be here still, you know, still being relevant and still being active is all that I can ask for.
Yeah, man.
The accolades, I've won Sound of the Year, I've won Selector of the Year, and from you, I've done it. You know what I mean? I've been #1 here. All of that comes and goes because there's always going to be some new kid on the block.
Man. True that.
You know what I mean? And as I said, being who I am is always a good thing to see, a new kid on the block. You know, for different reasons. Either them going and teach me something because, let me tell you something, brother. Being 37 years in the business, a 37-year-old veteran, so to speak, in the music business, I still learn from the youths them. There's still things that I hear that I'm like, wow, that bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Always something to learn.
Always something to learn. So it's always a pleasure to see the youth them forward and I do them thing. And whenever I can be that Uncle Twitch to them, and that's why most of the youth them even call me that because now I'm always the one to say, yo, try that, man. You have your style, but trying this with it. You know what I mean? We've always been doing that for years.
You ever sit down and look at the thing and see anything where, you know, I shouldn't do that differently, I shouldn't do that.
As far as in the music business?
Yeah, along the journey, like.
I should have finished school. I should have found a way. I should have found a way to balance out school and school. But let me tell you this, brother. Can you imagine? I'm telling you the situation I was presented with. Can you imagine playing out 7 nights a week in 1991? $100 a night.
Man, rich a long time, man.
I didn't even know that. Is there they really sit down and think about, like, bro, there's people, they've not make $7 a week now. Brother, every sneakers, I'll make it $100. Sneakers. Let me hear you that.
So we see you the
yo, be fool. But and I tell people all the time, if it wasn't for my children, when I got my kids, when I was like 22, 23, then we wouldn't stop, like calm down and realize that yo, different. Yeah. Because to me it was just clothes, shoes, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? But when you think about it, back then, I really never have time. He said now it will be different because you could have done stuff online.
Right.
But for me to physically go into a college today, we have to be honest, you just left down 7 o'clock last night. It would not work out. And I think that is one of my biggest regrets. Not finishing school.
I still can't do it, man.
I still can't do it. I've thought about it. And every time I think about it, I find another reason to tell me why I can't do it. But it's something where I've always admired, no homo, Shaquille O'Neal for finishing school because he was a billionaire, nowhere close. They were nowhere near that. He was a millionaire and he still finished school.
Can be done, man.
While playing. You know what I mean? Of course it can be done. As a teacher,
yeah, you know. Yeah, when I do my degree, make me work and go to school.
I'm going to see Sasko do it.
Right.
And I'm my youth. You understand?
Right. Square,
yes, right. So man, I'm about Sasko, my ear, baby face them and matter about them, but I'm me.
But the right say he must that.
He don't know Sasko from nowhere? Where for know Sasko from?
Me I tell you what the man say.
Me I tell you what me I say.
Me watch the interview and I see that clip.
You see that clip, right? I know Sasko called me and said, yo, Jeffrey called me and said, Ricardo.
I said, oh, Sasko are grateful and he keep showing they're grateful as we see it here.
No, but come on, first and foremost, Babyface can say that.
Yeah.
But when you talk about Sasko, when you talk about Spragga, remember I said the first song him write for Spragga was, let's have a big up all the shot of them. Sasko write that song there. Remember I said, oh, I used it in the link. So when him decide say him a sugar stick, I said, to the world I dedicate, who first voice that? Oh, remember? So who first voice? But I don't know Sasko them time there. Where Mataran for know Sasko from? Is that tape?
Is that tape, man?
This one. You don't know Sasko from nowhere?
I don't love to sit down around here and imagine what I listen to it. But my bro, you are going still. Yeah. And for me, somebody who love the music, you understand? I love the sound aspect of the music. We appreciate the fact that the man has kept going and kept the banner flying.
Yes.
Overseas, you understand?
Yeah, man.
I remain true to the thing and still do the thing.
Authentic.
A lot of selectors come about, get a run and disappear. You're doing 37 years in the business.
Yes,
I have lived just over 37 years.
The man make me feel.
So I don't say that for I'm just showing
No,
what
that's
you have
absolutely.
done,
Yeah,
you
man.
understand, and we appreciate that. Plus, you have also helped other people in the space to kind of come through and be able to feed them family. You know, you help a little with Spragga and with talking about
Yeah, man.
Sasko and
No,
other
no,
people.
I mean-
Plus, you would have created an avenue for other people to earn, to take. We appreciate that.
No, man,
We
there's a whole
respect
lot of
that,
things
man.
what we can talk about, what we don't talk about. I mean, literally, for the early part of the 90s, I'm literally one of the people who set the platform for a lot of artists, if they really want to talk the truth. A whole lot of artists, and I said, you know, all of them, most of them remember. You know, there was enough work we put in for the item, and you know, it's a pleasure for us. So we've been there and done that, and we see enough youths forward same way. And we love to see the youths them forward same way. You know what I mean? This is what the business is about, helping and sharing platforms and sharing, you know, whatever knowledge we have, because even knowledge is a great thing.
That's important.
Very important, brother.
Yeah, with all of the business ventures that you're involved in, I hope them continue to, you know, go from strength to strength.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
And you make some money, brother.
That is it, you know.
Work. You know, it's so good,
So
brother.
good, brother. Teach them, but listen.
We appreciate what
We
the man has
appreciate
done
you.
with the music.
We
man.
appreciate you.
Just there do some work. You know,
No,
father.
we appreciate
I
you.
chat off her face and
No,
all that
but that
with
is
those
it.
things,
Because
you know.
enough of them are chatting, but them not really talk with a sense.
Well.
Them not doing no research, them not doing no homework. And from my forward here, you basically know me, but more than me. Because I drink some, I don't remember all that. I drink some, but I don't remember everything. And you remember everything.
We just try, you know, to get ourselves prepared for each interview, because
Yes, I.
some of these interviews too, what I kind of appreciate the fact is that some of them is a one-off opportunity. Me don't get the opportunity again.
True, and you never
have to
know
just
what.
make it more
Yeah,
time.
man,
And
of
as
course.
I say, you know, being a teacher for so many years, you kind of get into that zone of preparing for your youth. So it's just
Absolutely.
part and parcel of that.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
so they are
Man,
just
I
a
respect,
work,
man. I respect the people them way.
Art and love, man.
Yeah, man. So we have to big up the proprietors for this place that provided the venue for the interview, Chotter's Grill
And spirits.
and Spirits. Yeah, Chotter's Grill and
heart of
Spirits.
New Kingston.
In New Kingston, beautiful place. You know what I mean? Big up to my brother Rassarella. You don't know much love, my brother. You know what I mean? And as I said before, teach them. Continue to teach them.
We don't stop it already.
Till they reach
Enjoy
them.
it, you know what I mean?
Respect,
Give
brother.
thanks and all the best. So, yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
I
Respect.
appreciate the man reaching out and taking the time out
Yes.
to come sit down and all that reason, man.
Simple thing,
It's a
brother.
joy, man. Big
Respect,
blessed,
brother.
man.
See it?
Blessed, man.
Ah.
Blessed. Blessed, blessed, blessed.